you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec
What's
News
up? What's up?
Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec.
What's up? We back. We back at it again. Wait a second. What am I looking at? Okay, I was looking at something different. I was looking at what's up, Chef and Toast? What's going on? What is going on? We are back at it again. I did say we would go over the Andre Galvao post on Reddit. I skipped it. What's up, Danny Choppa? I did say I would go over that, so I think I'll start with that. And it is pretty long, so hopefully I don't read too much. So I did say I would start with that because I've been skipping it for several days now. 3 days, it says. I missed it for. What up, what up? We back, man. Weather's been crazy over here in America, but or at least East Coast. We still kicking somehow. So let's get into it, man. You ain't really got time to waste. It says, Andre, remember to look authentic and relatable and not like a cult leader. Gotcha. I mean, you guys support all these people, so me complaining about it doesn't change anything. I just hope I can warn somebody beforehand or educate somebody a little bit, but who knows? It says, let's fit as many smiling women as we possibly can in the background and forget this ever happened. Well, you guys, Andre Galvao investigated himself and found himself innocent, so nothing we can do about that. It says, pretend I'm not the reason dozens of women have broken their silence. I feel like that's the main issue right there. I mean, Andre, this all happened because of your actions. You know, the allegations, and then whatever you did with the pricing and the changing of the private lessons and the teaching. So this is all effect of his actions. So I don't really feel sorry for him. I'm sorry. Nobody can make me feel sorry for I ain't feeling sorry for this man made some good money. Rule number 1, don't mess up your money. Don't make your money funny. Simple as that. You made it out of Brazil. You made some good money. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, that happens to every person when they get in these situations. You get tested. If he believes in God like he says he does, then you need to you need to be repenting, making amends or something. I don't know. It says Cyborg is laughing that Andre is getting this much attention. Well, Cyborg got a New York Times article written about him. If you get a New York Times article written about you, I think there's only been 2 jiu-jitsu people that I can name currently. Craig had one. He had a New York Times article posted about him, and then Cyborg. So someone says Cyborg's laughing because Andre is getting this much attention after he did something way more egregious. Had it written up in the New York Times and just pretended it never happened. Well, Cyborg was never accused of it personally. Now, if Cyborg, and I'm not saying Cyborg's innocent. I ain't saying that man's innocent, but if he was accused, I think Fight Sports would definitely be done for. Or somebody else will be running that. Says people tolerate this. You can be the biggest chomo. I don't even know what that means. But if you're good at strangling people, this community will absolutely tolerate getting I'm not gonna say any of that part. I'm suffering over here. It's just a weak community with no values other than outsourcing their ego to the nearest sex offender. That's my sport, man. I wish it was better, man. I wish it was a good martial art for people to train in and was safe and productive. But it's just not. Says the worst part is that they train law enforcement. Yeah, they got the law enforcement on their side. Law enforcement train over there too. And they the ones that gonna take your statement. The guy's in on it too. Someone says, I think because most view BJJ as a recreation, that there's a mental block in place. It's like a video game, and they don't connect the abusive environment to real people, real harm, real money. Just like the strangulation is play. Excuse me. So is everything else in that environment. If BJJ was taken seriously as a service and as a workplace, we'd be looking at lawsuits, jail time, and real consequences and accountability. I know it's not the most positive stuff, but hell, sorry, excuse my language. The news ain't positive half the time. They be bombing people. I mean, not the news organizations, but they're covering bombings and all types of tragedy. We do have to balance it with the good news and the bad news. I'm just seeing if there's anything major. I mean, we've kind of beat this to death, but I mean, you guys forget next week. You guys forget, and then be like, nobody ever warned me. Somebody said those Brazilians do get weird around women. I said that. I said the same thing, and I had people in the live stream jumping on me. I had some people that were on the live stream for a long time jumping on me. They super quiet now though. It says, like, one time in 2014, a well-known competitor from Brazil came here in Finland and ran a seminar. I wonder who that person could be. Was he a checkmate person? These people get away with so much, man. He said that TikTok brain rot really be doing people dirty. Well, yeah, that's true. I can't save anybody. I'm trying to save myself. Um, says, well, luckily, okay, wait, okay. This person's probably still around terrorizing females. Went to Finland, 2014. I probably know who that is. First thing at the mat, he announced that you will be my uke today at a girl who was a white belt. Okay, that's crazy. Well, luckily looks were deceiving since this girl, no matter how much peer pressure and how much insisting from his part, didn't budge. She just froze and absolutely refused to be his uke. She just sat there and smiled quietly. She probably didn't speak English. They speak English in Finland, of course. Guy looked so frustrated, and for a second I thought he was going to drag that girl in the middle. So some girl he just met, he was going to drag her into the middle until he understood that everyone was getting uncomfortable because of him. And he finally proceeded to just take one of our brown belt male instructors. Like you could see right through it. He thought a skinny blonde girl with a big smile wouldn't be able to say no. And he only picked her because he felt some attraction towards her. I still laugh remembering this dumb look. Well, for every instance of, you guys stopping that happening, there's probably 10 other girls that happened to. Someone else says, I know a female purple belt who visited Brazil for a few months to train with GF team. So listen, if you're a jiu-jitsu girl, do not travel alone to Brazil. Honestly, yeah, you should. What you think gonna happen if you go to Brazil? Ade Chopper said he pleads the fifth. You know what these Brazilians will do? These Brazilians crazy. Sorry, my Brazilians. I like Brazilians. They crazy though. They ain't got no boundaries. Where my Brazilians at over here? It's not just Brazilians. Brazilians do be pushing some boundaries though. They've done some stuff. I'm like, man, what kind of crazy ideas you guys having over there? So the girl, she went to the GF team training camp. This is like 10 years ago. She said, "Oh, let me not. I'm not going to say no names. I'm just going to read past it." She said, "Guys that you probably heard of don't want anything to do with almost all the male students." That sounds about right. But the second a female student asks for help, they are the most helpful black belts alive. Honestly, you should be helping everybody, but you guys, you pick and choose who you want to help. Someone says, I'm Portuguese. This is Reddit too. Most of this stuff is fake. I'm Portuguese, and when Brazilians get Brazilian spirit, what's Brazilian spirit? They will say some pretty crazy stuff. I've been around guys who, while drunk, will say stuff like, let me not say what they're saying. Dang. They were saying some things, they were saying some things I've heard too. I've heard some of this. I can't say it on the live stream. I've heard some of this stuff. I didn't know what they were talking about though, but yo, I definitely heard that stuff. Dang. What's up, Sarah? We reading about Andre Galvao situation. Some of this is cultural. I said some of this was cultural, and I had people jumping on me on the live stream. I had people attacking me. Not even jumping on me, attacking me. Somebody said, I'm out the loop. What's going on? I don't follow what's going on in my sport. Jiu-jitsu people don't follow nothing in this sport. They don't know nothing, man. It says Galvao has publicly denounced. He was publicly denounced for being sexually inappropriate to several young women, female students. We've only heard of one so far. Many Atos affiliates ended their relationship with HQ because of this. Galvao has been denying the allegations. He investigated himself. He found himself innocent. His wife Angelica was approached by one of the victims, alleged victims, and she tried to victim blame and gaslight her in defense of her husband. Sarah, don't you ever go to Brazil. Don't you dare go to Brazil. You better bring your husband, and you can't bring your strap with you. You're going to need that strap, though. Said, wondering what is the message for women? You got J-Rod getting put in promo by UFC. He was in the promo for UFC? Goonrod was in the promo? You got Galvao riding the storm for some weeks, about 2-3 weeks, and then coming back like nothing happened. He unsuspended himself. I wish I could unsuspend. I've unsuspended myself. The police haven't gotten to me yet, so I'm unsuspending myself. What kind of yo-yo sport are we doing over here? You got Cyborg being able to compete in one of the biggest stage for the sport, even after the acts he committed. We did read the New York Times article about Cyborg, so that's why. Excuse me. That's why I don't defend nobody over here. Fuck all these people. Fuck all these people over here. I ain't defending none of these people. If you try to defend these people, you just gonna dirty yourself up. Danny Choppa says, being able to unsuspend yourself is crazy. If only I could have done that back in school. Yeah, you know what, teacher? I'm unsuspending myself. You know what? I'm no longer on timeout. I'm out of timeout. You know what? You should be in time. Well, if you would be a good lawyer if you could unsuspend yourself, Danny Choppa. It says J-Rod is not back at the gym for what I understand. He is back at the gym. What you talking about? He's been posting old vids of him rolling there, but those are not current. But yes, I agree with the spirit of your post and message. These people, you know what really irks me? These people defend the wrong people. I thought martial arts was about helping people that were weaker and smaller. But now all we got is people on steroids defending other people on steroids. It's not really, I don't really consider jiu-jitsu a martial art anymore. It's not a sport, it's not a martial art. I'm not sure what it is. We need much to explain it for me. It's a hobby, honestly. So what do we think of the women who chose to stay with Andre? Brainwashed? I don't know. New challenge. World-class BJJ athletes taking accountability. Something that they seem allergic to. Well, they get away with so much. You know, hero worship is such a big problem. They get away with so much. I wish you guys could see how some of these guys live. You know, they get money, they get attention, they get people be doing stuff for them for free. People be giving them free stuff. Free cars, free gyms, free houses. I just wish you guys could see some of this stuff, man. You guys don't really know. These people get everything for free. Free trips, free tournaments, free tournament coverage, seminars at the Wazoo. They living in a different world, honestly. And that's why they can't relate to you. Says, are they brainwashed cult members with no agency, or are they adults who genuinely believe Alexa is either lying or made a mountain out of a molehill? Every single woman in this photo knows what he was accused of. That is true. What does that say about you when you stay in those situations? You know, ignorance, I can't excuse ignorance to this degree. With all this technology, and they all made the choice to be a part of his relaunch. Some of them will look later. Some of them might be forced to be there. Some of them have visas that they need to keep in order to survive. Ignorance is no excuse in 2026. I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case, but you got ignorance going up all the way to the highest levels of society over here. Ignorance all over the place. People in jiu-jitsu need to learn how to read. People in jiu-jitsu need to learn how to read, and they need to learn how to think. The issue is, I'm not going to say you need to go to school to learn all this stuff, but the issue is most of these motherfuckers don't do nothing. They play video games. They got brain rot. Most of these people can't sit and study. They never really did anything outside of jiu-jitsu. Brazilians are quick to pull a visa over a grudge. That's true. I know some homies Yeah, I know some homies that had to marry some American girls because their visa got messed up. That's the play right there. Your visa messed up. You want to stay in America? You're gonna have to marry some American girl, get her pregnant real fast. Now I let me plead the fifth. Let me plead the fifth. See, this is what Sarah should have done the other day. Danny Choppa. Danny Choppa. Why are you guys pleading the fifth? We all pleading the fifth today. It says abusers are often good at picking out the most vulnerable to victimize. They choose. That is true. That is true. Well, they cast a wide net and they find whoever is easy to victimize. That's true. Same thing with bullying. Okay. Oh, we appreciate you. 90 Day Fiance. Yo, we might have to set that up for some of the Brazilian homies. Some of the Brazilians, they do that. They can do that in 30 days, Sarah, to be honest. Give them 2 weeks. I seen some crazy stuff. I've seen some people pull in 1 or 2 weeks. I've seen it. I've seen these guys pull in 1 or 2 weeks. I've seen it. I ain't saying I can do it. I don't have to do that. I got citizenship. Been here for centuries. Can't get rid of me. I'm sure they wish they could, though. Abusers are good at picking out the most vulnerable. They choose the troubled ones that are shy, withdrawn, or have few friends. They pick ones without much support, especially at home. Yeah. Same thing with the girl at AOJ. Remember the girl at AOJ? They were picking on her. And we had some homies over here saying the dads were weak and, blah, 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 blah. They pick ones without much support, especially at home, and then that way, if they say something to someone about it, they just say, well, she is a troublemaker, and she is just doing it for attention, and no one here even likes her. And the other people around like to think something like that could never happen to them, so they blame it on the victim. Yes, sad, yeah. Whoa, Sarah. Don't ask those good questions, Sarah. Detective Sarah. She said, how does those women look? Some of them looked okay. They looked all right for the amount of time they put in. They looked okay. Sarah said, what them ladies look like? Yeah, victim blaming. That's pretty normal here in this sport. You guys victim blame. You never hold people accountable except for the victims. And then these other guys, these guys be guilty half the time. These men be guilty half the time. Somebody look at that one. Someone says, could you imagine being caught stepping foot into that gym? How sick and twisted do you have to be to pack your gi, drive over there, get out, and walk across the parking lot through those doors? Well, some people walking through there. Somebody said the gym I go to has an Andrew Tate and his brother on a big poster, and Conor McGregor too. Ain't those ain't role models? Them not role models. Well, honestly, you shouldn't put the Gracies on your school either. Where's Robert Drysdale attack me? I don't think you should put the Gracies on there. I don't think you should have the Gracies up in your school. Unless you're traditional. My predictions that Andre wouldn't be at Pans might be wrong. He might be there. He's unsuspended himself. I've unsuspended myself. That's how I imagine him talking. Andre's had some issues over the years. Remember when he jumped over the barrier at the tournament? Wasn't he? Remember, he got. Listen, if I did the stuff Andre Galvao did. Yeah, if I did the stuff that Galvao did, they would, I'm telling you, they would kick me out of the sport. Oh, Bruno, you got kicked out of there too? Wait a second. I don't remember this happening. This is from 2012. I've been around for a long time. I don't even think Sarah was training in 2012. The BJJ steroid Instagram arc was a go that Galvao was so butthurt. Well, I wonder why. So this 2012, this is before Flow Grappling was even around. I've been around since before Flow Grappling. I've been around since we used to have we didn't have digital. Nowadays you have the TV screen with the score and all that stuff. We used to have these, flip things. You flip the point like little flip board. Put your points. You had to flip the board. You got 10 points. They gotta flip the point. You gotta flip the board to 10, number 10. And we had paper brackets. Damn, I'm old. You didn't see your bracket. You didn't see your bracket until you got to the tournament. You got to the tournament, and then you could see paper bracket on the wall. So this is from 2012 again. It says a few minutes ago, former Strikeforce fighter, Andre used to fight for Strikeforce, Andre Galvao has been disqualified from the IBJJF World Championships while coaching one of his students. I believe that was Michael Liera he was coaching. He jumped over one of the barriers, which is illegal. Due to IBJJF rules, Galvao is now banned from the venue and thus will not be able to compete either in his weight class or the absolute later this weekend. Fellow Atos teammate Bruno Frazado. Bruno, you got kicked out of there too. Bruno. The incident occurred when Galvao and Frazado were coaching Denelson. Oh, it wasn't Michael Liera. It was somebody else. He was coaching Denelson in a purple belt match. Denelson was grappling with Marcio Andre of Novo União. Okay. The match was tied until the referee issued a 2-point penalty to Denelson and giving the match to Andre. You guys know Marcio Andre. You guys don't even know him as a competitor. You know him as a coach. His guy's been beating AOJ lately. So they gave the match to Marcio Andre. Galvao and Frazado became upset and jumped the barricade. You guys know the yellow barricade that you're not supposed to jump over. The barricade everybody leans on and then it almost collapses. Okay, so they jumped over that thing because they got so upset. Which, yeah, that's enough to get kicked out of there for. According to IBJJF, that warrants an immediate ejection. This is a very shocking turn of events as Galvao was one of the favorites to win both the medium heavyweight class and absolutes. Oh, they had the video? I want to see the video. We can't find the video. Yeah, we can't find that video. That video gone. Yeah, so not the first time Andre got in trouble. That ad playing next to it. Oh, I didn't even see it. What did it say? Andre and his bedroom partners. Aw. Hey, protect those girls though. Protect those girls. Andre, stay away from them women. You done messed up your money already, Andre. You better learn your lesson. Hope he did. These guys never learn though. I do believe a lot of people left Otto still, so yeah, I didn't see too much. Okay, well, there's some more stuff we gotta talk about later, but we just want to get that out the way, get that situated. He should never have done that picture though. Can we all agree with that? He should have left that picture alone. He didn't need to do that. No, that's a terrible idea. We got Hirata versus Puget. All right, we do like the cyborg. Is that her name? Android 18. That's what they call her. We do like her over here. We got the Bali camp. You know what? Be careful over there in Bali camp. Anybody going to the Bali camp? Please be careful. Now, I'm pleading the fifth, but just be careful over there. Just be careful. Yeah, be careful over there. That's all I'm saying. Be careful over there, everybody. Be careful. You might need to skip that volley camp. They got a couple people over there. I will be very careful, especially the ladies. Danielle Kelly, she knows what she's doing over there. But if you like a regular girl, be careful over there. It says yoga, team dinners. Now, you need to be careful be careful during the yoga and the team dinners. And the surfing. And the guided breath work. Be careful during that. Life-changing experiences. Okay, watch out for that. Watch out for that right there. Watch out for those life-changing experiences and gifts. Watch out for all this stuff. This is all, hey, watch out, people. Watch out over there. I'm not saying don't go, but I'm saying keep your eyes open. Keep the strap on you. Oh, you can't bring guns in Indonesia or Bali. Well, keep a machete on you. They can't stop you from having a machete over there, can they? We got, talking about Bali, we got the Black Filipino tribe. Let's watch a little bit about this.
We have an interesting video. Let's go. All right, yo. Today we are going to be visiting the Aita tribe here in the Philippines. The Aita tribe are actually the original people of the Philippines. And when I say original, they are the first to inhabit this land, all right, guys? And then other groups slowly migrated in. They've been able to preserve their culture, hiding from colonization and everything. So I think that's kind of dope. There's a motorcycle coming up right now. Maybe it's some of the members of the tribe. Yeah, I think so. Right now, let's see. Hello. Wow, nice to meet you. How you doing? Wow. Negrito, yes, I'm black too. Negrito. I'm same. Welcome to Asia.
He said same.
We have an interesting video.
Got some cousins over there, probably separated by hundreds of thousands of years, but they still cousins. They can come to the cookout. Now, most people can't come to the cookout, but they good. We got Mr. Meat's baby. All right, Sarah. Look, I'm being good, Sarah. Meat said, I got to get back in shape for wrestling. You better keep me. Oh, okay. Don't put the baby on the floor with the staph infection. Don't put the baby on the floor with the staph. Meat. Don't put that baby on that floor like that. No. All right. Shout out to them. 2 Olympians, 2 moms. Says David Taylor's first phone call to Jax Forrest. You guys know Jax Forrest, I believe, is the #1 ranked wrestler at 133. What's the weight class he's at?
Taylor just texted me.
How does that make you feel seeing that text?
Pretty excited. That was a school that I was hoping to reach out. Hey, Coach.
What's up, Jack?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. Doing good. We're on the way to. I'm going to wrestle with Nico, so.
Oh, you're gonna show the business?
I'm gonna try.
Did you have a late night last night?
Yeah. I was talking to some people, called me and texted me, and I was with my family and everyone here.
So you're a guy that is really important to what we're trying to build down here.
Yeah.
And
Here's another pro tip to future recruits. If you're driving through the hills of Pennsylvania on June 15th, you might drop a call with David Taylor.
Hello? I said we went through a dead zone. I'll call you back in a minute.
But rest assured, he will call you back, and it won't be the end of the world.
don't be afraid to tell everybody else no, and just go ahead and tell us yes.
That was pretty cool. Coach David Taylor just texted me.
How does that make you feel seeing that text?
All right, that's pretty cool. Now, if Coach Andre calls you, if Coach Andre or Coach Mendez or some of these other people call you, You might need to hang up. if Coach Galvao call you, or Coach Mendez, you might need to hang up. I'm just being. If you're a female, you definitely need to hang up. If you're a female and Coach Galvao call you, hang up. You know what? Is today St. Patrick's Day? Shout out to St. Patrick's Day. Shout out to all my Irish people. It says fish waking up to the Chicago River today. You guys know they dye the river green, but look at the fish suffering in that. Hunter Biden, you need to stop. Hunter Biden, we already wrote what you put. It is St. Patty's Day. It's about to get crazy in the city. Oh yeah, you guys definitely got Irish over there in Philadelphia, Boston, and Chicago. I guess New York too. We don't really. Atlanta don't really celebrate it, but they do celebrate it in Savannah. We got it, Mr. Pavel. Pavel, why couldn't you dodge? Oh, do I have the match? Where's the match? Let's see if I can find it. Why couldn't Pavel dodge that move from Tyra Tulo? See if I can find it. Where is that move at? We had it somewhere. We strolling through everything we watched the other day. Why couldn't Pavel dodge this?
On this day, I see clearly everything is counting.
That's my real question. Pavel, why couldn't you dodge that? You couldn't sidestep? If somebody's running directly at you, you need to move to the side. Nah, motherfucker. Listen, if I see someone bounce off the ring, okay, I'm moving out the way. Surprised? How surprised? He ran backwards, bounced off the ropes. Why are you surprised? He running at you. You better move out the way. He got eyes, don't he? He not blind. No, surprised. What was he thinking about? He probably was thinking, did I leave the stove on at home back in Europe? That happened to my homie. I won't say homie's name, but he left the refrigerator open. He was in Europe and left the refrigerator open. He left for like 3 months. Homie left the refrigerator open. I don't know if you know what happens when you leave your refrigerator open. A freezer open. It's not pretty. I don't know, man. If I see somebody running, it's not like he just ran right at him. He ran backwards, bounced off the rope. Nah, you better kick that person. You can kick him at that point. Yeah, but listen, you got to move out the way. Imagine a wild animal running at you. You gonna let the animal tackle you? Hell no, I'm moving out the side, moving out the way. You need to move out the way. No. He was crouching down. Nah, I can't defend that. I can't defend that, Pavel. I don't care how good he is at leg locks. He can't move out the way. Oh, I clicked on something. Let's listen to this video.
Approach getting rid of the foot that's like ever hooked in deep.
When I hear, I would like to basically treat the grip here. So it's very opportunistic. It depends how the foot is tied. If the foot is between my butt, I feel that that is the worst thing which it can happen, because Bella will be very mobile. Even when I will go over his feet, it will be way easier for him to look for the other follow-up. So even if I will pass it here, it's pretty easy for him to unlock the legs and shoot this leg through to the exactly, and look for this one. So this one is like the worst one, and also it's the easiest like position which I can use to escape. So basically I'm grabbing the big toe at the beginning to put my like the left side of the back to like place it, and then I'm placing my arm here, and then I'm trying to sit possibly as close as I can. And I really like to put my shin here to push the legs, and then I can look for the bolos. I can like stand up and then look for the trap right, or can go here for the trap like, and I release my shin to strip off the grips. But about the like other ways, like always I'm trying to grab the big toe at the beginning instead of like looking for the feet here. This
You go from the outside of your hip.
and then when I will sit on it, I'm switching the grips.
Alright, no more questions for Pavel. Come on Friday. You can ask.
What's Owen Jones's resume? Why are you big up in Gabe Souza? That's my question. They a good match for each other. I mean, Gabe Souza's good, but I mean, Mikey subbed him too. I don't see what you're saying. You're saying Owen Jones. Who's on Owen Jones' resume? I don't know I don't know anybody's resume. I was impressed with Max Hansen's resume. It might be a good match. Why don't they just do the match? Somebody set up the match. They're kind of similar. They're all similar, kind of. And throw Grippo in there. They're all kind of similar. Honestly, I'm wondering why you guys so into it. I guess you guys fanboys. I get it. I don't really care. You guys are fanboys, but that is what makes the sport happen, though. It's the fanboys. I do think we read Max Hansen's post yesterday. I think Owen Jones said something about Max Hansen. These guys okay, man. I ain't looking up to none of these guys. You guys do though. The whole pay argument. He was saying, well, honestly, if you do jiu-jitsu, don't ever bring up pay or IQ. So you already losing when you bring up, because those are the same arguments Mikey was saying against us. Remember that? He was saying Moneyberg was richer and was smarter than us. So we don't lead your arguments with money and IQ. Pay argument, I don't even know if that's true. I don't have their access to their bank account. Some of these guys are already rich though. That's what I need you guys to understand. Some of these people are already rich. They already have money. They didn't even need jiu-jitsu. Some of these guys are already rich. When you see these guys traveling the world, you're like, man, how are they doing that? They're probably already rich. They're going to make it happen with Polaris, but Max acting like he is a legend. You guys big up all these people, and then they think they better than they are. Max calling them broke. Hey, listen, I tell you guys I'm broke all the time. I'm still broke. These guys, I mean, they've accomplished a little bit, you know. But you know, again, neither one of them is a world champion in the gi or no gi. Neither one of them is, you know, 180cc. So I find it funny. You never hear the ADCC guys, except for Gordon, really talking about how much they make. You don't even hear Nicky Rod talking about money. So they both probably broke. You know what? Honestly, well, nowadays people get more attention, more clout by speaking out, but I'm kind of old school, so I'm like, man, just go beat everybody. Go show everybody why you so good. And then, okay, Max Hansen's good, but we didn't even know all that stuff. He had to post his receipts. But I'll be honest, most good people don't really go around talking about all the people they beat up. Like, it don't make any sense. And you know what? You won that day, but you know, you fight those guys again. Some of those guys, if Max Hansen fights some of those guys again, he might lose. Guys like Yigit and What's the other kid? Espinoza. Some of those guys might beat him now. Anything can happen. If you're a real competitor, you know anything can happen. You could win today, tomorrow you could lose to the same person. Let's be honest, most of these people are broke. 100K don't make you rich. Honestly, even what Gordon be making, that don't make him rich either. Even what Gordon was making, it makes you kind of, you kind of moving in the right direction. That don't make you really rich, though. And you can lose all that. You can lose all that overnight, that little bit of money. Half of those wins were at local opens and, probably some no-gi tournaments. I'm not saying Max Hansen's not good. I'm not saying Owen Jones not good. They do talk a lot, though. They do talk a lot. You got those guys talking back and forth, and look at Jao Miao over here enjoying his life. Jao Miao done won everything. Well, except for ADCC. He never did ADCC. Now I think about it. He's won everything else, though. Yo, look at Jao Miao. Owen Jones and Max Hansen over here fighting, and Jao Miao over here dancing. He over here dancing, enjoying life. He did ADCC and got his. Oh, did he? You might be confusing the brothers. Whose record is that? 250? That was Paulo Miao. That was his brother. See, you got them mixed up. You got the wrong Miao brother. How you done mixed up the brothers? The knee bar, that was Paulo. Paulo Miao got knee barred. It's all good. I was actually there. Jao, yeah. Well, you got to remember, Jao Miao, he never stopped fighting. He might have more matches than that. Jao Miao competes every day. He competes every week. They compete every week. So Jao, he probably might have more than 250. Yeah. I think he actually got more than 250. You got to remember, Jao Miao does all the opens. He does Europeans, gi, no gi. He does all these tournaments. And you got to remember, that's only a black belt. So imagine brown belt. Some of us had more matches at lower belts. I used to have like 30 plus matches. So that's nothing nowadays. But you got some kids that do 10 matches a weekend. If they do ADCC Open or something, and New Breed and Naga, them kids be having 60 matches. I don't think. Well, that's a lot though. He might. By the time he retires, he might have that 600 matches. Yeah. We got AP with the Tupac. Oh, I'm saying Tupac. Tupac. See, I can't even think about the culture no more. I'm saying the wrong stuff. Got the Tupac rash guard. All right. I don't know who's gonna be wearing that though. Might be some West Coast stuff. Called you Pac. Saw a few blue belts with 450 matches in just a year. Really? What were those? Jiu-Jitsu World League or something? How do they have that many matches? That's a lot of matches.
To this on a spiritual level. Before the movie, that's me. Listen, popcorn don't stand a chance when I go to the movie theater, okay? That popcorn is Dunsky. By the time it says Universal Pictures Presents, I'm usually done. By the time those Paramount stars roll around that mountaintop,
get more than one snack.
I'm usually finished.
You gotta have more than one snack.
By the time the Warner Brothers shield folds
popcorn,
up and shows us
candy,
a grand gesture of
you gotta eat a little bit of popcorn,
glory,
switch over to the candy.
I am completed. By the time New Line Cinema gets those little film strips together, I'm already Dunsky. finished. Now, I usually get a medium size, so it's still in that little tight bag that you can barely get your hand in.
That's the Puerto Rican and Danny
But the
Chopper.
key is you gotta get that extra little cardboard box so you can pour some in the cardboard box, and then you can get the butter distribution going. You know what I'm saying? You got mass space, but that's neither here nor there. Now, if I'm extra greedy and I get a bucket, now the bucket lasts a little bit longer. The bucket might last past the first heist in The Dark Knight. By the time the Joker, double crosses his whole team, Dunsky. The popcorn is finished. I'm greedy, yo. Fats Domino is what they call me in the trap. Pop goes the weasel. And I love popcorn. I love popcorn. Some of you corny motherfuckers out here, man.
That popcorn do be good, though.
Step your popcorn game up. I've never seen the movie Popcorn, though. I don't know if y'all remember that. That's before y'all time. That's like 1990, maybe 89. A lot of y'all didn't even exist then. But listen, I felt this on a spiritual level.
Yeah, that popcorn be
Birmingham.
good. I can't wait for Dune. I'm gonna get me some popcorn, some candy. I'm trying to support the theaters, Danny Chopper. Danny Chopper over here sneaking in everything. Sneaking in all that candy. They do be fleecing you, though. By the time you buy your popcorn and your ticket, you looking at, it'd be close to $50. The ticket, $20, $25, 20 something, 22, 23, I don't know what it is. Popcorn and candy, another $25, $50 for one person. God forbid you got a girl or kids or something. It says Cuba hit by island-wide blackout amid U.S. oil restrictions. Shout out to Cuba. I'm sorry you guys got to go through that. They rip you. Well, because they don't make no more money. Look at Danny Chopper. Danny Chopper be paying for that acai, that full price acai. Danny Chopper said he's going to sneak in some acai to the tournament.
Kids' BJE competing system is totally screwed, in my opinion. As a gym owner, I actually don't encourage my kids to compete. Read the captions why. Kids' BJE competing system is totally screwed, in my opinion.
Ash Williams says kids' BJJ comp are screwed. He says kids are split by belt, age, sex, and weight, making crazy small divisions. It says sandbagging is crazy. Kids with 100 smooth comp win, still in the gray belts. Parents making parents run accounts. Oh, yeah. A lot of these parents be using, running the kids' social media account. No sportsmanship. He's in the UK, so you imagine America might be worse than that. He's one of my homies. He says refereeing kids competitions and seeing parents scream, yell, and project their emotions about winning and losing onto their children really puts me off. It's only going to get worse. We got the Mendez brothers showing off their students. It says Pato working on pressure pass and Cole working on effective sweeps while their partners are giving light resistance. It sounds like ecological. We have been working on recognizing the efficiency of some important areas of our game and using drilling and specific training to adjust details and implement new attacks. Is that ecological? Where's Sarah at? So look, they're drilling. I mean, honestly, this is normal. Sarah says, shout out to ecological. Sarah, we need you to get your blue belt. Can't get no blue belt training ecologically.
Is a 6-time world champion, the Wayne Gretzky of women's wrestling.
Miss Nordhagen was my high school wrestling coach. And somehow she knew me because of my mom. My mom happened to be a translator for the Japanese national wrestling team one year. And they met each other and became friends. So when I popped into her classroom and she happened to be the wrestling coach for the school, I kind of had no choice but to wrestle, even though I was dead set on jiu-jitsu. And for my first tournament, I was super nervous. I felt sick. I didn't want to do anything. And she told me this story. She said, when I was preparing for the Olympics, I put my whole life into it. And then when the moment came, I didn't feel good. But I had to remember to just score the next point. That was life-changing for me. Since then, when things get tough, when I'm not feeling good, when it feels like too much of a challenge, I just focus on scoring the next point.
Christine Norhagen is a 6-time world champion, the Wayne Gretzky of women's wrestling.
Oh, wow. That's good advice. Just keep scoring. That's the same advice that Mr. Cael Sanderson gives. We're going to listen to him a little bit later. We got Ono doing an interview soon. We might have to find that one. Where is that going to be? Off the mat. Okay, we might need to look that up. It's going to be in Japanese. We got the top 10 135-pound nogi ranking. Number 1, Cassiamora. Number 2, Fionn. 3, Adele. 4, Lillian. 5, Brianne St. Marie. That's Grippo's boo thing. 6, Anna Rodriguez. 7, Yasmin Hosha. 8, Amanda Bruce. 9, she's still listed as Altos. Margot Ceccarelli. And 10, Anya Marodamo. I believe Anya should be ranked a little bit higher, but you know what can I say? It's not my list.
There you go.
Got Michael B. Jordan. Got to work off that In-N-Out burger. We're getting ready for another movie role.
Good.
Yo, Michael Jordan. Let's do it, Michael Jordan.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I know they edited that, bro. We got Alicia Bowman-Gardner. We do like her over here.
Amanda Serrano. Who I do want is Katie Taylor. I've been calling these girls out. When I do decide to move to 135, then that fight for Dubois is potentially there. But she's way down the line. Who I do want is Amanda Serrano.
Is she lighter than 135?
Who I do want is Katie Taylor. I've been calling these girls out. I've been saying I want these fights because these are big fights. These are main event fights. Dubois, she got to keep doing what she's doing. Go put some skin in the game, like I've been saying. Focus on what's important. The main thing is Amanda or Katie, and I've been very vocal about that.
It's like, who is the face of the MVP banner when it comes to women's boxing? Is it Alicia? Is it Amanda? I just think that's a fight that should happen. Do you think that's a fight that happens this year, or is it next year? We got to wait for that.
I would say it would happen this year. Listen, I've already been very vocal. I've been able to let, even talking to Amanda, this is the thing about women being a girl's girl and being able to talk to your counterpart. Even though we may fight, it's a respect thing at the end of the day. And I let her know, hey, I'd love to fight. I think you and I would be a main event fight in New York City, another sold out crowd. We are two great, skillful fighters, and she agrees. So everything comes down to negotiations.
Okay. I didn't know she might be smaller than 135. I can work with that. We got DJ Academics.
Like, what the hell? Like, why am I here just with a bunch of people in the dark? Everybody they bring is $2,000. Like, this shit is not it. Well, for me at the time, right? But for college kids, this is lit. This should be lit. The problem is spring break got taken over by 30-year-olds who want to be 20-year-olds. I think that's the problem.
Break 2026.
Like, these are not 20-year-olds, just to be clear. Like, what
126.
the hell? Like, why am I here just with a bunch of people in the...
Look at Danny Chopper with the research over here.
However, this program is the only Division I wrestling program in Southern California.
Yeah.
Southern California, from San Diego to Cal Poly, SLO, is bigger than most states in the country. And California wrestling has the highest, if not, top 3 highest number of high school wrestlers. Yep. But I'm saying that the vast numbers of California wrestling are so high, and our programs and opportunities that we have at the collegiate level are so low. Like, if this decision goes forward, we're talking only 3 Division I programs in the entire state of California.
Yeah. Which is crazy, because their membership here is ridiculously high. I mean,
yeah.
The number of kids that wrestle in the state of California is very significant.
However,
California is the biggest wrestling state, but their D1 programs are just getting cut and slashed. And we did, I don't know if some of you guys were here, but we looked at all the D1 programs in wrestling that used to be around. So Even in my state, Georgia Tech used to have a D1 program. University of Georgia had a D1 program. LSU had a D1 pro. All these major schools had D1 wrestling programs, from the 70s to the 80s, 90s, and then they're slowly just being kind of phased out. I don't know what this.
Dad, what was the 90s like?
We were talking about black shows yesterday, so we got a couple black shows. All that. New York Undercover, Keenan and Cael. New York Undercover. I don't think it was that. Time. Eddie and Eddie. Mr. Cooper. Was that Mr. Cooper? Oh no, that was Amy Buck's show. Bar guy. Oh, okay. Martin, we saw that yesterday. We saw that one. That's the one we saw. Okay. Is that a different one? Family Matters. Steve Harvey Show. Mr. Cooper, hanging in with Mr. Cooper. Wayne Bros. Wayne and Wayne. Yeah, the Wayne Show. Yeah, we had some good TV back then. I don't even know who's on TV nowadays. Who on TV now?
What? Well, don't do it. Don't move in.
When bro
with no,
tells you
with no woman,
he finna move in with his girl.
I'm telling you, boy, y'all gonna fall out, and boy, she gonna put your dumb ass out, and you gonna be on side of the road, looking goddamn stupid. All your clothes with a big ass black trash bag, like, oh shit. And guess what she gonna be doing? Entertaining another
like
nigga.
Future.
I promise you.
He look like Future.
I have one friend
We got Baron Bozo. You guys know Baron Bozo. She around.
who like went through promotion. One friend who became a doctor at 25.
Wow.
It's so important to stay surrounding yourself with people like-minded people and people who support your high achieving goals. Right? Man, there was this quote in order to go where you want to go, you don't ask for advice from people who are close to you. You ask advice from people who are where you want to be.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
So you want to surround yourself with people who have achieved a little bit more than you, let's say in different areas of your life. I can't surround myself with a million fifth degree black belts, but I can be surrounded by people who are very career driven or whatever. So I feel we, I don't feel we're cliquey or exclusive at all, but I feel we love hanging out with each other because we're influencing each other like that.
Choosing carefully, as you said earlier, who you surround yourself with, and listening to those who are ahead of you, who you want to be like,
all over the place.
but also assessing who is saying what and understanding that people will say all kinds of things for different reasons and they have to deal with their motives. You have to decide if this is beneficial to.
I have one friend who went through
Wait
promotion.
a second. Is this the girl I saw at hey. That's the girl I saw at Atlanta Open. Is that the girl? I think that is the girl I saw at Atlanta Open. I think that is her. She said she wanted to be on a live stream. I'm not making that up. I'm being honest. I believe that's the girl I met at Atlanta Open. Yeah, I think that is her. She said she wanted to be on the live stream. Maybe we'll set something up. We're going to need a chaperone, though, for safety. I need to find a chaperone. Sarah, we need you to chaperone. Keep me out of trouble, Sarah, please. You hear? Okay. Well, we need an in-person shop. I'm being honest. I need my female bodyguard. Protect me. I don't want nobody saying I did anything, touched anybody, said you. I don't want nothing to happen. I don't want no allegations over here. See, this is how you do it, Galvao. Galvao said, I'm gonna put all these girls in the picture with me. No, I'm gonna have a chaperone. And if I do anything close to inappropriate, Sarah, you stop me from doing that. Gotta put the plexiglass between y'all. I'm gonna put myself in a bubble suit. Can't get in trouble if you're in a bubble suit, right? This person says, best investment of 2025 was buying a 3-pound tub of acai for $70. See, that's how much Danny Chopper spent $70 on acai at the tournament. Danny Chopper wasted $70 at the tournament on acai. You should. He's athlete the fifth. You should have just bought the tub. I'm gonna do that next time I go to the tournament. Hey, yo, can I just buy the tub? Give me the tub, okay? $50. All right. You can eat off that for a long time. Now, what's gonna get you is the peanut butter, the almonds, all that stuff, all the coconut flakes. That gonna get you. The goji berries, that gonna get you. Yeah, that gonna add up eventually. But you're gonna enjoy yourself. Make sure you get some raisins too. You guys need to get the right granola. You guys don't be putting the right granola in your acai. Danny Top said that one, even you might have to get a separate acai freezer. Pato got his own acai freezer. Didn't you see that episode? He got his acai delivered. We don't have much over here, but he follows wrestling. Says Jim Ross, R.I.P. to the voice of professional wrestling. Okay, R.I.P. to that man. This was a good kind of, you know who that is? I don't know who Jim Ross is. Could be wrong. You know who Jim? I'm not the biggest wrestling. He's known for unforgettable commentary and passion for the sport. Jim Ross became the soundtrack of countless historic moments in wrestling history. Fans across the globe are mourning the loss of a true icon whose voice, energy, and legacy will never be forgotten. Oh, was he? Okay. I'm not sure if I know who he is. He's losing a lot of wrestlers at 74, man. 74 is still young. It says, remembering how much you're getting paid at work. He was? Okay. We might need to look him up.
Don't be that guy and trying to fix that problem. You always gotta remember how much you're getting paid for this shit. You're getting paid minimum wage. You don't have to be that guy to try and save everything. Always remember to act your wage. I'm not gonna lie. If I see some bullshit at my job, I'm not going out my way to go and fix that shit. I always have in my mind, I'm not getting paid that much to do this shit. Just because you want to go and be Superman, trying to fix that problem, you're not gonna get rewarded. You're not gonna get
what about the shareholders?
You're not gonna be employee of the month.
What about the shareholders?
Niggas is not gonna recognize you. Niggas will say thank you and ask you to do that shit again the next day.
What about the shareholders?
And now you're gonna be that guy doing all this extra shit for no reason. I know funny shit, bro. If there's a problem at work, don't be that guy and trying to fix that problem. You always gotta remember how much you're getting paid for.
That's true. That is true. Galvao over here promoting people. He gotta get Galvao Galvao had to start promoting people. He said, "Man, we got too many white belts in class." I bet you if Sarah popped in over there, she'd probably get her blue belt. Galvao said, "I need some color in this class. He ain't got all the upper belts gone. He got to make some new ones." What's pretty telling, this white belt got 4 stripes. The purple belt ain't got no stripes on his belt. Galvao, what are you doing over there? That man ain't got no stripes on his belt, Galvao. And he got promoted? I call BS. Who else got promoted? Sarah gonna be in there laughing and giggling. Hee-heeing over there with her new blue belt on. Sarah, who else would go there, Sarah? Nobody else does this. Nobody else live streams about this sport. And I understand why they don't do it. I completely understand why nobody would live stream about this sport. At least this guy got his 4 stripes on there. Now the brown belt ain't got no stripes. Now, Sarah, you might get your blue belt over there. Says sodas that didn't survive the 90s. We talked a little bit about this the other day too. We like to reminisce over here.
Sodas that didn't survive the 1990s.
SOB soda.
Orbit Soda, 1998. Clearly Canadian soda.
No. That Clearly Canadian's still around. Clearly Canadians. I saw that in the store. That's still around. It's good. That Clearly Canadian's still around. She says, "No way, no man is breathing in my ears." I hope you're. Well, let me plead to stop. Stop, Alec. I stopped myself. I'm about to say something. She said, "No man breathing in my ear." Academies like RGA in New York do not put stripes on belts after white belt. Might be the same here at Autos. What RGA got to do with Autos? I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. My commentary stands. You guys don't even train. You guys don't even train gi in RGA. I'm joking. Just saying it might never been Auto. That don't make no sense. You're telling me the best gym in the one of the best. I'm not gonna even argue. I've become mature. I'm not even arguing with people online anymore. I'm fairly certain they got stripes and belts. Let me look it up for you.
2003, Snapple Elements 2001, Fruitopia Soda 2003, Zima Soda 1998, Surge Soda 2003.
I don't know what was in Surge. They tried to bring it back.
Jolt Soda 1999, Mondo Soda 2001, Vault Soda 2011, High C Ecto Cooler 2000.
We used to drink some lime green and high C, all the yellow and the green. I don't know what was in that stuff.
2001, Hubba Bubba Soda 1996, Crystal Pepsi 1994,
yeah.
Slice Soda 2000.
Yeah, I remember Slice.
Pepsi Kona 1994.
Pepsi Kona.
Squeeze It Soda 2001.
Yeah. Oh, I used to love those. Used to squeeze it. You had to twist the top off. Now, what was in those things? Hey, Ghostbusters. I don't know what got us drinking that stuff though, bro.
OK Soda 1995, Josta Soda 1999, Pepsi Blue 2004,
that one, yeah?
Mountain Dew Sport 1997. Do you remember any other sodas?
Yeah. There's some other ones too. I can't remember them. Should we look and see if there's any Autos belts? Let's see. We do research over here, so we don't just. I'm gonna look for anybody with stripes on their belt. I can't see it over there. Ain't nobody got stripes on their belt. Let me see. We all could afford was RC Cola. RC Cola was okay. Wasn't it all the same stuff? The kids got stripes on their belt. Evidence proven to me. Competitors don't have stripes on their belt when they go.
This person has dedicated a lot already, and it's about time, right? So Nick.
My belt got stripes. The one stripe alone. The black belts don't have stripes because it's year based. Them guys not even there no more. All them dudes left. They gone. I'm trying to see if anybody got stripes on their belt. All these people gone. They lost a lot of people. Who is that?
Hi, Emily Leba here, and I'm feeling really.
They lost a lot of people over there. They lost that guy. That guy's gone. That girl's probably gone. I'm trying to see if anybody got stripes on their belt. Maybe there's no. I saw a stripe. They just got the blue belt. I don't see any adult belts. Ooh. Kids got stripes. Oh, maybe they don't do stripes. I can't see him looking. No, maybe they don't do stripes. He might have been right. Maybe he was right. No. I don't know why they didn't do stripes, though. Yeah, maybe he was right. I might have been wrong. All right, I might be wrong. I don't see any any belts with stripes for the lower belts. The kids have stripes. We'll split the difference. Brooke Lopez, who's that? All that's old. None of those people train there anymore. For the most part. Where were we? Was anybody here yesterday when Sarah got to meet Josiah? That was the highlight of yesterday. Sarah got to meet Josiah for the first time.
Day one, you come in, I go, hey, welcome, whoever's there will welcome you. We have a really small system where we call it like a warm handoff. I stole that completely from Apple, which is like, hey, you come in, my name's blah, blah, blah. And my job as the coach is to make sure I hand you off to a buddy in class so that there's no air of like, what am I supposed to do? So I'm like, hey, my name's Kevon. It's nice to meet you. Today you're going to be paired up with, and I'm just going to say Ian. Ian, this is him. It's his first day. Like, why don't you guys like get to talk and you guys are going to partner up today? And we're really lucky now because it used to be in the same space in an all levels class, but now we have a smaller expansion space where it's just for our fundamentals. So I go, hey, sign the waiver. My name's Kevon. Let me walk you over to our fundamentals room. I walk you in there. I'm like, everybody in here is a beginner. All of them are learning. By the way, my name's Coach Kevon. If you ever want to call me Kevon, that's fine. This is Seb. You guys are going to partner up today, and then I give them a little, this is what the class is going to be like. Here's what to expect. Once you're done, come back, talk to us. We'll see if you like it or not.
I love that you're incorporating the Apple, the warm handoff, because a lot of people don't think about customer experience, right? Or the whole flow of that, the CX process as opposed to the UX process.
Also, names is like a big part that I struggle with. I feel like I don't have the capacity. So we always have names now. Like I make sure I'm like there's a new kid, Michael. I'm like, Michael, nice to meet you, Michael. Hey, Michael, good job. I'm constantly saying everybody's name, which I think is a big deal. Obviously, the bigger it gets, the harder it gets, but I'm always saying people's names. I'm making sure they know I know who you are. That's a big deal.
Shout out to Kevon using his Apple training. We got Mr. Rampage Jackson. If you wanna, yeah, Josiah was here. He popped in. We were looking at Grippo with his new girl, and Josiah popped in. He popped in and scared Sarah. Sarah was scared. She's like, who is this? Sarah didn't know what was going on. Welcome to the live stream, Sarah. We got Rampage over here. Rampage crazy just like LL Snap is. Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that was popping up, Sarah. My bad. Look. See, Rampage need a Sarah. Rampage need a Sarah to keep him in line, too. We got Mr. David Carr with his homie, Mr. Jordan Burroughs. They're in the same weight class, too. Everybody down, everybody. Michael B. Jordan at In and Out again. That's awesome. They say that Michael B. Jordan paid for 200 orders after his receipt. So shout out to him. We got the ADCC South American trial winners. I forgot about those guys. That kid from The Wire seems popular. Yeah, he made it. Let's see who won. They got the names out of order. She looked like 65. Is this Ingrid Alves? They got the pictures and names out of order. This might be Bia Silva. This might be Montserrat Umana. This is Roosevelt Souza. Roosevelt, you guys might remember Roosevelt. He won Worlds Gi and No-Gi, but he did ADCC. Was it the last ADCC? I'm not sure if it was 2022 or 2024. He got put with Gordon Ryan first round and tapped out to like I don't know. It was like a BS outside heel hook kind of. Wasn't that good or anything, but he just tapped out. Eli Braz -99. Franco Diaz 88. He looks small for 88. That man's 88. This might be out of order too. I don't know. Got some savages. Some of them good. I think South American. I'm sorry, South American. I think it's easy. I think the trial is easy. I think North American trial is the hardest. European trial is second hardest, and then it's a flip flop. I think third is South American trials, and then first, the easiest trial got to be the Asian trials, depending on who's there. because you might get a Kenta, you might get a Isaac Michelle or someone. So it can switch. Asian trial and Asian trial and South American trial can flip. Now I think South American trial might be leveling up, but there's a good time period where the Brazilians and South Americans really didn't care about nogi like that until maybe the 2000s when you had like Calasans and Galvao and Marcelo and those guys down. That was killer time back then. The Mendez brothers were in there. Hoffa Mendez was in there. That was pretty badass back then. This might be Julinho Martinez. And this might be David Mateus with the purple belt on. No stripes. South Americans, not including Brazil, got a couple years. Them and Europe stepping their game up. I still think they're easier. They are stepping their game up. But I do think it's easier. Nothing really prepares you for the main tournament. Except for the main tournament. But shout out to everybody over there. We got Mr. Owen Jones.
Max Sensei is a pussy hole. I'll smack him up any day, bro. Remember, he also likes to compete for free, so you don't even have to pay him. You just have to pay me and he'll compete for free.
Would you do a match if like you both put up your class and then the winner takes all?
Yeah, with Max, yeah. Yeah, he's ass, yeah. I'll do it for sure. He's so terrible. And he talks online like he's good, like he's won something. The guy's never been like won trials. He got gifted an invite to ADCC at 77 and just got pumped by Jonathan Gracie. I don't want to hear it, man. He's mid. Max Sensei is a pussy hole. I'll smack him up any day, bro. Remember, he also likes to compete for free, so you don't even have to pay him. You just have to pay me and he'll compete for free.
Would you do a match if like you both put up your class and then the winner takes all?
Yeah, with Max, yeah. Yeah, he's ass, yeah. I'll do it for sure. He's so terrible. And he
Mayron beat both of them. I will say Mayron beat both of them. Mayron beat both of them. Look, can we all agree to that? Mayron beat both of them the same day. He could beat both of them in the same day. Max Hansen says, you can always tell when someone doesn't believe the words coming out of their mouth. Honestly, Mayron beat both of these guys, though. Without a doubt. Mayron take both of those guys out. Is there anything else we wanted to see over here? Let's jump over. We got a chill day. Nobody's been getting in trouble, man. I've been chilling. I like when it's more chill. Nobody gets in trouble because I don't have to talk about it 50 million times. Then give it about 2 weeks. Somebody else mess up. Somebody else get caught slacking, and we spend the whole month talking about them. Speaking of that, we got more Galvao. This was from BJJ World, BJJ Doc. We'll read this, kind of go through it. Make sure you're liking the videos and everything, too, if I got to read this crap, which I hate reading. Religious BJJ black belt threatens to revoke athlete's visa for reporting SA sexual assault. Hopefully we can say that on here. Tied to his gym to police, Craig Jones reveals. A black belt coach is allegedly threatening to revoke an athlete's visa after she reported an essay connected to his academy to law enforcement. The identity of the coach has not publicly been confirmed. Who is that over there? Oh, that looks... God, dog. Look, even if you block out his face, we can tell by his muscles. The muscles give him away. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. You got too many muscles over there. Man, I wish people really followed the Bible. They use the Bible. They use that Bible as a cover, but I wish they really actually read. Did they read the Bible? I don't think they read the Bible. A black belt coach allegedly is allegedly threatening to revoke an athlete's visa after she reported an essay connected to his academy to law enforcement. Snitches get visas revoked. The identity of the coach has not publicly been confirmed, but the situation drew a swift and poignant response from Craig Jones, who released a public service announcement addressed directly at the individual in question. The thing is, there's so many individuals we don't know who is going towards in this world. Like, we got too many criminals in the sport. Too many criminals over here. Jesus needs to stop being Andre. Jesus. You know what? People be putting things on Jesus. Jesus like, I ain't support none of this stuff. Says it is widely suspected this might be disgraced Autos coach Andre Galvao, who found himself innocent due to the fact that he can often be seen performing baptisms over his students and the like. Galvao also has his own interest at heart, having recently been involved in a story where a youth team member alleged 19 still teenager, 18, 19, that's still teenager. It's in the name. It's in the he was recently been involved in a story where a youth team member alleged he behaved incredibly inappropriately toward her, with his wife seemingly complicit in tolerating this behavior. In the video, Craig Jones addressed the coach with measured but unmistakable clarity. If you're a coach threatening to cancel an athlete's visa because she spoke to police about essay connected to your academy, understand this. You might be able to cancel a visa. That is your legal right. But if you're a fan of Jesus, and I know you are, which most of my Brazilians say they are, what is done in the dark will be brought to the light. And in this sport, actions like this have a funny way of following you, sometimes even into the next generation. So before you make that decision, I'd tread carefully. Shout out to Mr. Craig Jones. He tired of all this crap. I'm tired of it too, man. Don't say that. Dorothy Slippers. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. I don't know. Craig Jones's message carries particular weight given the religious dimension he pressed on. Shortly after posting the video, Craig Jones took to social media to pin a caption that left very little room for interpretation. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity, see, these guys don't even know that's the Bible, from the Bible, and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valleys of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Bible, they got some bars in the Bible. I will let my vengeance upon thee. I will lay my vengeance upon thee. I ain't never been that angry. He said, man, it just gets old. They preach all this religion and do the exact opposite of what the Bible says. Well, hey, it worked. They got to the point where they could do all this. When Craig says next generation, is he referring to Sarah and CJI3? I don't know. Possibly. Sarah. Sarah. Satan might, yeah. Hey, I'm not saying it. You typed that. I didn't say it though. I might be thinking it a little bit, but you said it. The post rapidly gathered likes. Jones added a sardonic quip that resonated widely. I can't even read, and they're making me get biblical. The situation raises serious questions about the power imbalance between coaches and international athletes who depend on visa sponsorships to legally train and compete. An athlete whose immigration status is tied to a particular academy or coach faces unique exposure to this kind of pressure, as the possibility of losing legal standing in a country can serve as a powerful instrument of silence against anyone who might seek justice through proper channels. So that visa, they hold that visa over you. You kind of held hostage. It's also worth noting that this kind of thing is literally taken from a cult playbook. Many notorious cults forbid their members from reporting inappropriate behavior to the police. Jones urged people to contact the newly opened Open Guard Foundation to get help if they are being affected. Craig says, you are not alone. If you or someone you know has experienced physical or emotional abuse while training, support is available. Contact the Open Guard Foundation for information and resources. Protect the art. Shout out to Mr. Craig. Craig is doing some good work, man. I'm not saying he's not also promoting himself, but I don't see the other people with more money really doing much more than that. I've seen people try and backpedal, but when it comes to standing on your square, I don't really see too many people doing it like Craig. You got some people defending Galvao. I don't want to read anymore if I can help it. We got Mr. Colby Covington. What he got to say?
And then they just have me sitting around for the last 14 months doing nothing, twiddling my thumbs. They haven't offered me one fucking fight. Like, they're supposed to be offering me 3 fights a year by contractual law. So, I'm not trying to get into a suing match or a pissing match, but it's just not fair to me, Like, they're not giving me an opportunity to earn. And it's shitty because it's like, dude, not only are you not giving me a chance to earn, you're not letting me earn anywhere else. So, Dennis, we're treated as independent contractors, but they're treating me like an employee right now because I tried to go wrestle and do a jiu-jitsu match against Arm, and they said no active UFC guys are allowed to compete against each other outside the UFC. So I'm like, what? How does that make sense? We're independent contractors, but you're treating me like an employee? You're saying that if I wash this house, I can't go wash another house to make money? Like, it's just, they're treating me unfairly, and I'm sick of it, man. They've done me dirty my whole career, bro. They stole my interim title from me because I wouldn't turn around on 4 weeks' notice. It cost me pay-per-view points. That would have been the biggest payday of my career, and they cost me that because I didn't want to turn around on 4 weeks' notice when I had a nasal surgery planned, and I just got in a 5-round fight for a world title. Like, why would I turn around on 4 weeks' notice? So, every step of the way I've been treated like shit, and I've tried to play the company role, but I'm just over it, man. It's just frustrating, and there's nothing we can do about it. You just got to keep on trucking. And then they just have me sitting around for the last 14 months doing nothing, twiddling my thumbs. They haven't offered me one fucking fight. Like, they're supposed.
So going back to UFC, their contracts. This is what they do with the contracts. So my UFC Beat Today people, when you get screwed over, when you get screwed over, I don't want to hear you complaining. I don't want to hear you going to social media. You signed that contract like Helena without looking. Okay. I don't want to hear you complaining. When you get screwed over later on, you can't do nothing else. You stuck in that terrible contract. I don't want to hear you complaining. I'm going to do a video on you. When you get screwed over, UFC BJ drops something. I don't want to hear you complaining. Now, I do feel sorry for these fighters. I do, but UFC's evil. You know it's evil. You got to be smart in these contracts. You got to make it so you can get out of these contracts when you need to. He just ran through, but he isn't who are you talking about? Craig, let it be known he's a loving scumbag and likes to party, but through his actions in public travel seminars, hasn't seemed like anyone has complained about him. More power to Craig, yeah. Sarah, why you keep saying people ran through, Sarah? Why you keep saying that, Sarah? I don't really feel sympathy for Mr. Hey, Mr. Marlin. Thank you, sir. I don't really feel sorry for Mr. Colby Covington, but it's how the UFC works. I'm not gonna defend you. I ain't defending UFC. I'm not defending anybody. I can't defend none of these people. Independent contractors with exclusivity deals. They basically got a monopsony. So UFC and PFL and one championship, they can basically do whatever they want to do. It's a dirty world. Colby trains ecological. Armand is financially independent without the UFC. They don't have close to the same amount of leverage with him. Yeah. Well, that's what you need to do. You need to gain leverage through, it could be through your social media, through your money, whatever. You got to gain some leverage. That's why Conor was able to do so much. He had leverage. He brought numbers. He was exciting. He basically supported the UFC, basically. So you got to find it's just like corporate. It's a corporate environment. You got to gain leverage. You have to make yourself irreplaceable. Now, the UFC is going to do everything to make you replaceable. But if you can make yourself irreplaceable, you can have negotiation power. Look at Ngannou. I would say look at John Jones, but John Jones kind of screwed himself over too much. If John Jones had not messed up throughout all these years, he would have more leverage. Speaking of John Jones, we got a little reel of him. Armand is winning the hearts and minds of the masses by doing side quests, and he don't need the UFC.
Some of my motivations aren't traditional anymore. I don't think I care about what most fighters would care about. Most fighters wouldn't turn down $30 million. They just wouldn't do that. Yeah. My goals are different than other people's at these days. It's a more matter of legacy. Do you fight the guy who is impressive right now? No one, I don't think, is going to really care about a few years from now. Or do you fight the guy who's going to be remembered for as an absolute idol right now? One of the only things he says is trauma, and people are no one even knows what it means. Yeah. Fighting just to continue fighting doesn't make sense to me anymore. I can earn money outside of punching people. To challenge myself in that way means more to me now than to fight again. But to be at the White House is the reason why I'm out of retirement. Being a part of something so historical means more to me than a few extra $1 million or another win. Really have gotten to a point in fighting where I feel that I have a lot more to lose than to gain. And that's just me being honest. That's not being a coward or the truth. I'm almost 40 years old now in a very physical sport.
We got Miss Fionn backstage. I hope Fionn's doing okay. We need to check on her social media, see if she's okay. That was a good match. It wasn't one-sided. I think Cassie was a little... Okay. Oh, whoa. We cannot play that. We cannot play Taylor Swift over here. It wasn't one-sided. It was a good back-and-forth match. I did watch it. We can't watch it on here, though. We'll get hit by copyright infringement or something. Let's see what Fionn's up to. Now, Fionn's changed her handle about 20 different times. She was Fionn from the block, Fionn from somewhere else, Fionn Pennington.
Deserves her flowers. A box sauna, you can sit down and surf on your phone or whatever. Any of that you want, let me know. We can give it to you today, or you can get it tomorrow, or whatever you want.
Hey guys, how are you? Nice to meet you. We're going to wear photos today and interviews, and then we'll come back and we'll get back from you. Yeah. Is that good?
Yeah.
6 foot?
6'4".
6'4".
Like 5. And then, what is your walkout song? You had Van Dutch by Charlie as your last song. Oh yes. I think I'll go. Ooh, it's either Fergie London Bridge or should I go Stateside? London Bridge. Okay, London Bridge by Fergie. Your last.
London Bridge by Fergie. The makeup.
I love it.
What's that?
We gotta make sure we get.
Sometimes, I think one side in front looks nice.
I like big scratches on my neck, so I hide those.
Perfect.
Well, so dang,
Arms crossed in that spot.
Danny Choppa.
First, just your name.
Danny Choppa, where your stalker at, bro?
Okay. Nickname.
Hey, don't talk about Cassie like that. She gonna arm drag you.
Mispronounced. Fionn.
The biggest difference in training for this match.
Talk about Cassie like that. She gonna arm drag
training
you.
at my new gym.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
That's huge. Yeah.
That's like a real organization.
I say with my tiny little tripod.
Made this quick, but I wanted to finish with a few fun questions, more rapid fire and more personal questions. I'm curious, this week going in with your feelings, what Taylor Swift song do you think encapsulates your feelings about this event the best?
That's such a good question. Maybe I Did Something Bad.
She liked Taylor Swift. We can't play that. We can't play that Taylor Swift. That Taylor Swift take us out of here. The UFC is pretty organized. Now, they don't pay their fighters, but they organize with everybody else, though. They pay their I hope they pay their employees pretty well, though. Yeah, they pay their employees the employees pretty good. Now, you're a fighter, you're the product. So let that be. Remember, if you're the product, they're gonna use you up, just like the McDonald's CEO. So you got to bring value. You got to bring a lot of value to the shareholders if you want to be able to negotiate. Seven Toes, don't talk about that girl. I like Cassie. Don't talk about her. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a full stalker. All right. Well, give it some more time. He also has a crush on Benil DeRouche. We got issues with stalkers in this sport. Danny Chopper got a stalker. Danny Chopper, you made it.
And it's really cool to fight for a title as well. That'll be so sick. I'd love a belt. And when I started jiu-jitsu, I started with Nogi and I started wanting to do MMA, which I quickly moved away from. I was like, I get punched back. Now that I have a gym and now I have students, like it's important for me to be an example for them. To have a facility like this is a dream. I remember when I started out, we didn't even have changing rooms for girls. It was like, we have a broom cupboard. Do you want to go in that? I haven't competed since November, which for me is a pretty big gap. I'm not used to these long gaps, so I'm very excited to get on the mat. And more of a control and pressure, and I think she's better being explosive on being on the outside. So I think it'll be stylistically really cool to see how that sort of works out in the match. It's been a long time coming, and it's really cool to fight for a title.
Craig tried to warn Fionn and Mikey. They didn't listen. You know, I don't know, man. People do what they want to do. Mr. Marlon said he headed down to San Diego. You gonna train? Okay, yeah, FaceTime me. Galvao, oh man, tell Galvao why he make me do this to him, and do the hand do the Italian hand. Hey, why you make me do this to you, brother? Why you make me do this to you? It breaks my heart. Tell him it breaks my. Yeah, tell him. You break my heart. Galvao, I don't hate Galvao, and I hope you don't try to do nothing to me. You'll get baptized. Yeah, thank you, sir. Be prepared. Tell Galvao I'll say a prayer for him. Craig tried to warn Fionn and Mikey. They didn't listen. I hope they made lots of money for real, though. The thing is, they probably made the same amount of money from 4 UFC BJ fights as they would have from the 1 CJI. But whatever, man. People gonna do whatever they want to do, and I think they like the professionalism of the UFC. And I don't care. They do what you want to do. Mikey, do what you want to do. Fionn, do what you want to do. Craig, do what you want to do. Cassia, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Now, if you get screwed over, I'm gonna do a video on you. That's all I'm saying. You get screwed over. When you get screwed over, I'm doing that UFC. When they get screwed over, I'm doing that video. Fionn from Wales, so they got this dragon, which is a pretty cool logo, actually.
Champion Mackenzie Dern and Bia Mesquita, who is competing this weekend here in a talking UFC champion Mackenzie.
It was a good match, though. It was a good match. I think Fionn actually showed more jiu-jitsu. Cassia's good at what she does. Her arm drag, Kochigari, and, passing she's going to show. Not too much guard work, though. She only 19 years old, so, I mean, what do we expect from her? Fionn says, lost my match last night by decision. Is 3 days ago. When I removed the emotion from it, the answer is simple. Go back to the gym and fix the mistakes. You didn't really make any mistakes. It was a decision. Decisions can go either way. Sometimes you feel like you won the decision. Sometimes you feel like you didn't win the decision. There's been times where I won a match by decision, and I was like, oh, I thought I lost. So as Marcelo Garcia says, don't leave it up to the referees. You better. That's why Marcelo said, you better submit them. So nobody can say anything. It is hard to submit people, but you got to keep working So there's no doubt that you won your match. Not always easy in black belt. She says the toughest losses to face are when you put your all into something but still come up short, and it is what it is. Thank you for the overwhelming support and congrats to Cassia and her team on her win. I will say Cassia's hungrier. She's from the favelas. You saw her team back in Brazil cheering for her. She's hungrier. And she ain't got nothing to do. She's strong. Yeah, she is strong too. Fionn ain't really roll with a girl as strong as her, so it's been a long time. Yeah, Cassia's strong and hungry. And being here is her motivation. As far as I know, Cassia don't really have to teach. All she got to do is train hard and come out there prepared. Now, Fionn's running a school. She's got students. You know, she's living her life. Fionn's also done everything. Fionn's already won UFC, BJJ. She's won World. She's won GI. She's won ADCC. She's done everything. Fionn not as hungry as Cassia. Cassia still ain't won GI Worlds. She ain't won ADCC. She's still hungry. She's younger. She's hungrier. She's got a lot more to prove than Fionn. Fionn's done everything. She's doing it for the love of the sport, which we appreciate, Fionn. But it's hard to compete when the other person's starving. You know, starving for that win. We do like Fionn over here. Shout out. Oh, whoa, Fionn. Whoa, Sarah. Let me go back. I didn't know that was there, Sarah. I didn't know. Dang, Chopper, top pleading the fifth immediately. I'm trying to explain to Sarah what happened. Sarah, you know we be good over here, Sarah, but these girls posted that. I didn't tell her. I thought this was wholesome. Let me see what tattoo she's got. All right, we're just looking at her tattoos. All right, Fionn, we see you. All right, respectfully. Respectfully, of course. Okay. UFC, all right. Alrighty. Carb loading, hydrating, okay. Can Cassia compete in ADCC and Worlds, etc. with the UFC contract? As far as I know, it does not start until 2027, so she can win it. She got a chance to win it and then go back to UFC BJJ. Nah, we done. We got, Fionn, she went out to party in Vegas. Vegas expensive. Vegas expensive. All right, they had a good time. All right, they're out and about. All righty. All right, hey Fionn, how you doing? We might need to put Fionn on our dating show to get her situated. Where's Sunny at? Let's see where Sunny is. Mr. Marley ain't seen that in a long time. All right, Mr. Marley, you might need to turn around. We got Hey Sunny over here now. Gordon Ryan's ex or wife. I don't know what she is really. The Buzzballs. Oh yeah. Yo, Danny Choppa might try to party with her too. I feel like you a big target to get robbed when you walking around with all your all your luggage in Colombia or wherever she is. You know what? She got a court date. Did she skip her court date? Mr. Marlin, she's skipping her court date. Was it her court date? When is her court date? We need to look that up. I think she's skipping. I don't know what their relationship is, Mr. Marlin. I don't want to know. I think she's supposed to be in jail right now, though. She running from authorities, Mr. Marlin. She over there in Colombia. She's supposed to be in Austin, Texas jail. I don't know where she is now. Where is this? So stunning. I don't know. It looks like a desert or something. That could be Mexico. She crossing the border. Is she crossing the border again? It says my first ultra marathon, 50 miles, 80 kilometers. I don't know where this is though.
10 more minutes.
50 miles pretty long.
10 kilometers.
Distance, of course. That looks like fun. I mean, minus the 50 miles. And oh, you got to climb up stuff? How's that a marathon? I thought you weren't supposed to climb in a marathon.
Woo! Tomorrow. Oh my God.
Don't you slip. Don't slip.
Let's go.
Don't slip over there.
Like, what is happening? Second aid station change.
Maybe she put that camera down. That selfie stick. If she put that selfie stick down, she might be able to complete the marathon. Salt. Dang, they got you running. She crossing the border. She crossing the border over here.
Like,
if you do all that work, you deserve some citizenship. She gonna run into Indiana Jones, yeah. Hey, that was cool. Jesus Christ. Where is that?
10 more minutes.
Where'd that random Asian girl come from? Random Asian girl just popped out of nowhere. All right, we don't know where this lady is. What's her name? What is her court date? Is anybody else looking up this kind of stuff, or is it just me? Court date? What is her court date? What was this? We're doing real-time research. Research is slow. I don't know why you guys think research is fast. Let's search her name, find her name. Research is slow. I want to see Robert Drysdale do his research. Nothing found on here. Oh, here she is right here. Her court dates have been pushed back to April 10th, 2026. All right. Those include evading arrests with the vehicle, driving while intoxicated, unlicensed carrying a weapon, and reckless driving. All right. That's not fair, bro. Let me zoom in so you guys can actually see. So I'm not making that up. You can see the date right next to the next to the thing. So if that was me, bro, they would have shot me already. I wouldn't be out and about. They would have locked me up already, man. I would have been. Even when she got arrested, they treated her very nicely. She was like being very disrespectful and everything. I don't think I could have got away with that. Maybe Sarah. Sarah, you think you could get away with what she was doing when she got arrested? I don't think I could. I know Mush couldn't. They'd be afraid of Mush. They probably would have shot Mush and LL Snap. They would have shot them. All right, so that's where she is. What else did we have? We had some other stuff going on. Walter Jones. Oh, we're not watching that. We saw that. What the heck is going on? This says the viral influencer fights are all staged, which kind of makes sense. Do you think the Galvao and Andre slap was staged? They keep pushing back her court case. It was supposed to be March, now it's April, and it's gonna get pushed back again.
Nine. And now everybody kept running. We run from this nigga every day. And then one day I was like, man, I ain't running no more. I got a friend named Frankie. He actually had knocked the dude out that I just fought in sparring. He had knocked him out. So, I'm gonna link up with him. And we've been training. And he got a fight April 24th His what's his Instagram, babe? Mr. Fundamentals on Instagram. Go check him out. He's
bare
we
knuckle
just signed
champion?
him, so he's gonna be doing his thing in bare
Matt
knuckle.
Hoffa.
He's a solid boxer, dude. Yeah,
How many people have you signed?
Well, I've done about maybe 3 over time. I've lost a couple. Some guys can't get the mental part of it. You know, it's a lot that come with fighting. You gotta stay out of trouble. You gotta stay out the girls. You gotta stay out the bars. You gotta stay out the liquor. You gotta stay focused. A lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, some of the stuff I think cheating.
You gotta wipe for all of that. Like you gotta stay focused. You know, it's hard to be disciplined and to be good at anything. You gotta be disciplined. So I lose guys. I sign guys, but I lose guys. But if you can be disciplined, I can take you there.
Sarah, get out of the ticket.
You be selling out stadiums.
It's a Philly nigga right here. These niggas is known for their hands.
Yeah, my father was actually welterweight champion.
Yeah, I just fought in Philly. We just sold out.
Yeah,
that
they be
arena,
fighting in
bro.
Philly.
It was 18,000.
Don't box nobody from
screaming
Philadelphia, so
and
you better not box Mr. Danny Chopper. You better not leave them hands alone.
Than, you know, like I said, my father was welterweight champion, Jose Figueroa.
Yeah.
I watched him beat the shit out of a lot of people, but I watched a couple of the joints, and that shit you doing is very dangerous to people. And it's like, do you ever think you gonna kill somebody in that shit?
Yeah, you ever worry about that? Where my big homie at? Big man was here last time. He asked me that. Remember he asked me that.
Yeah, well,
he asked me that.
Yeah, you can't kill somebody in boxing.
I don't create life. I don't take life. God does.
Nah, we good, Sarah.
Let's not forget.
We already got our black belt, Sarah. We don't need to do ecological.
Walk out here and get hit by an e-bike.
Already got my black belt. I don't need to do the ecological.
Lord called you home.
God damn.
That's what they said, bro. Doubt that it's enough to take you up out. You know,
is the money different? Like the MMA money and this is different?
Yeah, bare knuckle pay more.
When you do ecological, you need health insurance?
Bare knuckle pay more. Unless you the top dude, like unless you Conor McGregor or John Jones.
You said bare knuckle pay more than UFC?
More money than bare knuckle. Yeah, not than the top dog, like than bare knuckle. Now, of course, on the lower
don't have no
end,
brain cells left after bare knuckle, though.
Ain't making, you low end. That's every job. Everywhere. When you first get there, now we got to figure
If you do ecological, make sure you got health insurance. Sarah said it. I just heard her.
It's different for everybody. A lot of it got to do with social media and your ability to sell tickets and garner a crowd and gain, your charisma and your status and all of that. It's a lot that come into why you make the money you make. But fighting is a big part of it.
Paige Van Zandt tried to fight. She tried to fight bare knuckle. I don't think it went too well.
Like I would say, what was the kid's name?
Why would a pretty girl go into bare
Bryce
knuckle?
Hall. See, Bryce Hall
boxing. That didn't make no sense.
Already rich, so when he come to bare knuckle, he bring a crowd of people with him, a crowd of fans, a crowd of people that's interested. Yeah, he gonna make more than the average Joe who walked in off the street, and it's like I can box. So then he gonna get a little paper, and then the guy with the crowd, or the guy with the notoriety, he gonna get some real money.
So I don't really follow a lot of shit, right? And they told me that you was coming today, what have you.
Yeah.
So I started looking up, the bare knuckle things, and what I ran across was recently, there's a guy that got slumped 2 times in like 2 days recently trying to holler at people's wives. He was running around with
D the Great. Yeah.
Everybody gets
I don't know his name. You heard about that?
We was talking about that
so
shit
how you feel?
earlier.
Because going by what you just said, right? From what the 2 times he got slumped, they said that his following now
is crazy.
Millions. Right.
Yeah,
and he can sell a fight and all of these things, but by the math of it all, you got knocked the fuck out.
Hey, we live in a different age, man.
I think
the juggernaut slumps us. One of us right now will go viral.
Yeah,
you froze. You already
You guys ain't gonna make it up.
No, look.
If that man hit you, you're not getting back up.
Who the fuck taking
the
that?
world we live in now? Right. It's the same world we always lived in. We watching Larry, Curly, and Moe. Dude got slapped.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Right.
Everybody,
He brought
the
up
kids
Three
is
Stooges.
tuned in.
No, that's not my question.
People don't
My
know what the
question
Three
is,
Stooges are no more.
Is he worth now your bag? Because they would pay him.
Maybe.
He said Curly and Moe. People don't remember the Three Stooges.
Maybe. It depends on who puts on the show. You know what I mean? You got one of them Dubai rich dudes want to put on the show. You got if David Feldman want to put on the show. If this dude got 3 million followers and they ticket buyers, bro, this is a commission-based type of thing. This is, we only can pay you what you can help us get for you.
Well, but not he did get slump kid.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Because he was already a fighter or something, and I never heard of him.
They said he won.
He was already a boxer. Yeah. Now, what they may be doing, see, a lot of times on social media, that's how they amp themselves up. They get a big following. You got celebrity boxing. That's ran by Damon Feldman. It's not a true boxing sanctional thing, but he can get a celebrity fight and make money, bro. It's always been about the sensationalism, not necessarily the skill. Very few. You got guys that go to the Olympics and then come up in the ranks and all of that. Very few. Right. Most of the dudes that do well are sensational. It's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to applaud you for being here because you came in with the fucking belt. I gotta respect that because if you would have been the other nigga, I might have tried.
The dude that got slapped.
I might have had to try my hand.
I think they just running game. I think they running game. Like I said, it's Larry Curly and Mo. You got a 300 and some pound dude slap the dude and he playing it. I seen it. I didn't think much of it.
And one of them shits he took an elbow. Because
you have to remember, they're influencers. Somebody got a camera. You got Rampage Jackson right here.
Right.
Everything from that point on is influence. It's just it's
could be staged.
It's gotta be.
It's staged.
I'm not
Rampage
sure.
I'm gonna give you.
But it was a camera standing right here.
Rampage.
Yeah, the camera right there with the good angle and light.
Point to knowing if something.
They got the light right in your face.
It's on the internet.
If both parties don't look at the camera,
it's staged.
It's staged.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Because if I'm standing there, this dude talking shit to me,
that camera there is staged.
I'm gonna look before I swing.
What's going on here?
Another thing is, did what happened surprise the cameraman?
Nah, he was there before.
No.
Nah, he was right there steady.
See, that'll tell you if it's fake or not too. Because you want to expect.
Nah, the cameraman ain't gonna drop that. Them cameras expensive. They ain't dropping that camera. They got the stabilization on there. It ain't dropping.
Or was the cameraman like?
Yeah,
he zoomed in.
Zoom in on this one. Yeah, that's too much.
Can we redo that? They had to do a couple takes on there too.
Then you got 3 different angles. You got the slow mo. Yeah, come on.
But your hands are licensed, right?
You always ask me that.
Yes.
Nah, your hands ain't licensed.
Yes. But remember, I told you don't really understand. You really don't understand what it means.
Well, he's a licensed boxer, but his hands ain't registered weapons. Weapon A and weapon B. We're gonna have to arrest you. You got these weapons. They're dangerous. That's not how it works. We do have a little bit of Cael Sanderson. We meant to talk about him. He's on the thumbnail. We'll kind of go through this. The Nittany Lions, they've been winning everything. They probably going to win NCAAs. They got 7 number 1 seeds. They probably going to lose maybe about three divisions, but they're going to probably take the rest of the divisions. So we can't deny Cael Sanderson has had the best run we've ever seen in wrestling, collegiate wrestling. So let's listen to this man for a little bit.
Cael?
Hey.
7 top seeds, right? Sort of unprecedented.
7 number 1 seeds.
What does that say about the strength and the depth overall of this program?
Just obviously got a lot of great kids and seeds. Just the way I always look at it, just the way if the coaches could, although the coaches aren't on the seeding committee, but it's like who's the last guy in the bracket you want to wrestle, and that's really what the seeds are. So. Our guys earned that by just wrestling hard this year and being consistent, and obviously wrestling in a tough conference. So, it's it's just a great opportunity to go wrestle for a national championship, and this only comes around, once a year. So, it's a good week to be excited and wrestle with some enthusiasm.
Cael, I know you guys don't talk about wins, losses, and expectations, but there are a lot of expectations to come with 7 number 1 seeds and the kinds of performances you put on this year. Do you look at those expectations from outside sources as a burden or a blessing?
That's a good question.
What's the difference? I don't know. I don't really think about it too much. I mean, I just know what each individual's goals are, and we just are trying to help them be the best they can be in the big moments. And obviously the Nationals is a big moment. This in a week we're going to be back here at Rec Hall training again, getting ready for the next thing. So so the next thing will be the big thing. But yeah, the NCAA tournament's a lot of fun. These guys work hard. They think about this tournament, probably dream about it as a kid, and it's just a great opportunity for them. Yeah, we don't really we don't look at it as, I don't know, a blessing or a burden, really. It is what it is. I mean, you know, if you want to win the Nationals, you go win your next match and go score points, do what you do, and the results will take care of themselves.
Cael, so obviously you talk about 133, top 5 seeds are all freshmen, 157, 3 of the top 5 are freshmen, and then
yeah,
184.
These freshmen, these kids are good, man.
Top ranked guys are either freshmen or sophomore. So just talk about kind of 133, 157, and 184, those weight classes, and kind of the future of that weight class and why people should be excited to, watch those weight classes this year and then the next couple of years.
Well, I mean, I'd have to look back. I mean, kids are just ready to go now, right? They're wrestling and training in RTCs.
That might be the difference.
And
RTC.
There's just so many opportunities. Coaching's continuing to improve technique. Opportunities are continuing to increase, and so yeah, I think you'll continue to see freshmen. Not that it's new, but
I don't know
more
if we said
freshmen
sheet. Did we say
ready
sheet?
to challenge. Obviously, we're extremely excited and grateful.
Yeah, we don't know how many people
as a freshman.
It really is.
Just the character he has, and just his his drive and his competitiveness is a boost for the whole program. And 57 PJ is the same thing. Just an outstanding
PJ Duke,
human
freshman.
being.
Marcus Blaze, is he a
incredible
freshman?
Wrestler, just like Marcus, and I know those guys are excited to wrestle, and I'm excited to see them do their thing. And then 84, Rocco's had a great year.
Now they do be hypnotizing those kids to win, though.
In a great position.
They do be hypnotizing these kids.
One of his goals. So yeah, we're just
all right,
excited
Mr. Marlin,
for
I'll
them.
see
We're
you, man.
excited for our guys and this opportunity.
I don't have any questions. I don't really have any questions for him.
It's fun to kind of see.
Just tell him why do you do all that. Maybe I'll come up with some questions for him.
Just as clear in life.
Just tell him why do you make me do this to him.
It's just, hey,
why you make me do this to you, Galvao?
And choosing to be and competing the way you want to compete is just something you have to do, right? I mean, all the preparation in the world, whatever resources you may have, but ultimately it comes down to you getting out there and going and doing what you do. So it's fun to see. But I know our guys are ready. We have all the confidence in the world in them, and we believe in them, and we love them. They're awesome, so we're excited for them.
Hey, Cael, can you talk about what goes into peaking at this time with the Big Ten tournament, with the NCAA tournament? Is there one element of training? Is there a collection of things that really stand out? Because some people can get tired as they get to the finish line, but it seems like your team is always at its most optimal performance level.
Yeah, I mean, it gives us a lot of confidence. I mean, we obviously we track everything, and we know what we did every practice for the last 15 years, and we reflect back and we learn, and a lot of times you learn by accident and by mistakes, and the whole training, the way college wrestlers train has kind of changed over the last 15 years, and
they don't train like Iowa no more.
So I think it's for us. It's just about, and peaking is just about enthusiasm. It's being excited.
It could be dangerous
to be where you're at in that moment, and it takes. It's just a year-long process and a multi-year-long process. Right?
They get sued.
And you want your kids to enjoy the sport and enjoy competing more when they leave here than when they get here. That's something we obviously
need a squad.
We talk
He'll
about.
He'll be okay. Now I need my own squad.
In that, when our kids leave our program, they're going to love the sport and the ups and downs, the challenges, the opportunities more when they leave than when they get here. So that's important to us. And I think that's a big part of peaking is just it's just the enthusiasm factor in the right moments.
Cael, obviously the Big Ten is the conference for college wrestling, but they get almost a quarter of the entrance for nationals. So just how much does wrestling in the Big Ten for you guys just maybe elevate or get you guys even more prepared for nationals?
Yeah, I think wrestling in the Big Ten is a blessing for us for a lot of reasons. Just because you wrestle the same teams and obviously the best, some of the best kids and best coaches, and you have to wrestle them over and over again. So you can't just sit tight and hang on. You got to really be active and try to find ways to do things better and get better and improve as the season goes along, because you're going to see the same kids over and over again. So I think it's a huge blessing. Obviously, it's a lot of fun. Big crowds, a lot of history, and just a lot of passion across the board in the conference. But yeah, it's
is Cael Sanderson sponsored by Yeti?
When you're
got a
wrestling
Yeti hat on.
top schools
They must pay him
times in the year, it's
$100,000 a year for that hat.
Cael, things go to plan for your 10 guys. They're going to wrestle 35 or so minutes over 5 matches. So they spend a fraction of the time over those 3 days actually on the mat, and then the rest of it's downtime. How do you help them process that time to make sure it's productive and not self-defeating, getting in their own heads, that kind of thing?
That's a good question. I think if you have the answer to that, you could write a book that would be best-selling. It's just, the kids have to make decisions, and it just comes with just being themselves, right? Not changing, right? You would, hope they could just
too little, too late. It's too late now. Now he's crying.
Social media wouldn't be a bad idea.
If these guys were smart, they would have worked together. But I think they lost their chance
every day, and that's part of
back
who they
when
are.
Randy Couture led some type of lawsuit.
Like my generation, we didn't even have a phone in college, right? So it was different challenges then. But yeah, I think it's just the kids making the decisions, and a lot of it, as a coaching staff, we just try to make sure we have the right energy and the right attitude and effort, and we're here for the right reasons, and I think when you're prepared and you're doing your best to do things the right way, then you can sleep when the wind blows, right? And that's kind of like the tournament. If the wind's blowing, and this we can be at peace, because these guys know they're in this room. They know there hasn't been a year that these guys and our teams haven't wrestled great at the national tournament. It should give them a lot of confidence, and they can just be confident and comfortable.
Shout out to Cael Sanderson. That man, now, he won't ever tell you about, remember some of the stories we've heard, about Starachi, Bo Bartlett. He won't ever mention nothing about that, but as long as he's winning, he's okay. But if Cael Sanderson ever lose, the door is right there. I do want to see if Cael is sponsored by, we did a lot of research today. Hey, Sonny, you better go to your court date, April 10th, 2026. You better be there. We're gonna write that down. I do want to see if Cael Sanderson is sponsored by Yeti. Is he how much are you getting for that? They're not telling us how much he's getting for that. I want to know. Was there anything else we needed to go over? I'm sure there's something. Let me check over here. Austin, Texas black belt passes away from motorcycle incident. Okay. I don't know. Austin, there's always something in Austin, Texas, man. I swear to God. There's I ain't clicking on that. Wait a second. Is that real? Nah, I ain't clicking on that. It says, if you were in the Austin, Texas BJJ MMA scene, you probably met David Banta at some point. Monster on the mats and a great guy. R.I.P. Okay, he was definitely a great dude to roll with and was super down to earth. That doesn't sound like Austin, Texas. Nah, that roach is for Houston only. That's the Houston roach. He'd also take time to answer all my new dude questions when he'd wreck me at the VOW open mat. Okay, I don't know this David Banta. Maybe you guys know of him. He got his belt under Ryan Villalobos. Okay, I don't know these guys, but maybe you guys do know him. So RIP to the black belt. Always sad to lose our brothers in the martial art. I think we went over just about everything today. Yeah, there's nothing else I care about right now. Anything else? Any matches? We might need to watch a match or two. Let me see if we've got any matches. H-Town Roaches. That's the if we ever get a PGF team, H-Town Roaches. If you guys ever get a PGF team, please name it the Roaches. I don't think there's anything going on, man. We covered everything. Yeah, I didn't see any new matches or anything. Can you watch this?
Okay, let's go, jog.
So we got Pans coming up. This is from 2022, though. Look how big that class was back in the day. Nah, it's good. We need a little break. I think everybody should take a little break. Give me a break. I need a break from you guys, too.
Go. Come on.
All of them guys gone. Lucas Pinheiro gone. Janata gone. Ronaldo's still there. Rolando gone. All of them girls are gone. I think Batista gone. Is that Urban? Urban Santos in jail or something? None of them people there. You talk about Nate Diaz versus Mike Perry? No, I didn't talk about that. I met Mike Perry. That was not the most enjoyable experience.
We are a week and a half before Pans. Everybody's looking sharp. Today we do like short rounds.
Carnival.
High intensity.
I'm going to Carnival. You guys. I'm
volume.
gonna be dancing with Mackenzie Dern.
Great,
Sorry, Sarah.
aggressive. And they're ready.
She needs me.
So we're gonna go there really strong this year.
Actually, she'll have me watching the kid.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Very
No
aggressive.
grip.
Is he whispering?
No space.
I'm just zooming through. I don't really care.
Sobe. Boa, Batistuta.
Is that Murasaki? Nah, that's somebody else.
Vai, Samurai.
That is Murasaki.
Sobe, Samurai.
All them
Sobe.
guys gone.
Sobe.
All them guys
Boa,
gone.
Batistuta. Boa. Sobe, Samurai. Ficar por cima ganha 2. Se ficar por cima ganha 2.
All them guys gone. If I go to Carnival with Mackenzie Dern, Sarah gonna quit the live stream.
Yes.
Marlon asked Andre what his favorite thing to moan. Hey, Sarah. Oh, Chef. I thought Sarah said that. Chef said that.
Every time you have a little break, breathe. Control your breath.
Control your breath.
Recover right now. 2 minutes left.
Experience from the tournament.
Yo, Donata ain't got no hair no more. That hair gone. He was holding on. That hair was gone though, bro.
Feeling more aggressive for Worlds.
Andy, they got you, bro. Andy, they got you on there, bro.
Panams, this is my main focus.
Professor Andre Galvao. My name is Andy Murasaki. I'm a black belt from Professor Andre Galvao. I got my black belt end of 2020, so it's been a year and 2 months, 3 months since I got my black belt. The camp was great for Pans. It was not super long, but it was definitely intense and enough time for us to get in shape for the tournament, for Pans.
I want to see the Atos girl program. Oh shoot!
This is what
we never watched this. Let's watch this now. Be it for today. We never watched this.
I think we all kind of complete each other like
last
puzzle
year.
pieces. And at the end of the day, we all have the same goals and the same dreams, so why not pursue them
Oh,
together?
you know that was old. Adele's over there. This old. Holly trying to live his best stepdad life, can stream from Dern's house while she out grinding, getting her samba on. Wait. Look at all those girls. Most of them gone. Some of them still there. That girl's still there. She's still doing the same hip. She got the same. Why she look the same in every picture? Some of those girls still there. Some of them gone though. We'll watch a little bit of this. The Galvao residence. Oh,
I
Sarah,
usually
don't
wake
pop
up
over
around
there.
6:30 to get the gym ready, and then 7:30 is when the girls start coming in. We usually always live together. Even on weekends, we sometimes do things together. So it's honestly a good time for bonding and, getting
looks just
stronger
like her
together.
daddy.
It's a big girl, yes. And it's
That's
actually
her
like
mom.
before
That boy's
Worlds,
deep.
we try to focus a lot more. I don't think this is what
That boy's deep.
like
Man, listen, if I had an Angelica at home, I would be faithful.
Just as Sarah mentioned,
me personally, if I had an Angelica,
being training is a time where they can talk more, they can share their experience or their needs or how they're feeling. They can help one another, you know, like out of jiu-jitsu technique. And I think that brings the team
Andre messed everything
even more connected.
Why did he screw everything up? I wonder. I would have left everything. I would have left everything the way it was.
It used to be just like me and Alexa at one point, and then it used to be me.
Oh. Isn't that the girl? That's the girl. Ain't that the girl? These girls young. These girls are young. Jesus Christ, Galvao. Galvao should have left everything alone. He had everything in the world. He had everything. Money, power, everything. Not this girl, the other girl. I think that's Andy Murasaki's girl right here. That's Andy Murasaki's girl. And then the girl is the other girl. They're both Sarah. Oh.
It used to be just like me and Alexa at one point, and then it used to be me and Judea, and then slowly like the team just got bigger and bigger, and now we have more than, I don't know how many girls are in this gym to be honest, but too many. And as you can tell, like everyone gets good results at the tournament. You know, we all live the same life.
Those girls were close knit too. That's sad.
Every day, every minute.
That's pretty sad, man.
Like I worked out alone before, and it's like not the same as working out with the girls. One, because like you have all your friends to support you. We push each other, and then also when you're failing, you need someone to help you. So it helps a lot.
Voice kind of deep. Sarah fought Cassia and they clashed heads.
Thank God too that they're part of my team because I hated fighting all of them. India we fought when we were in the juvenile division, and it was always really hard fighting her. It was always really hard fighting all of them, to be honest with you. Maria, we all know, we've all seen the wars. So happy that they chose to join the team.
Yo, can't beat them, join them.
Kind of everybody here fought everybody.
That's what
like,
Murasaki's doing.
Maria, Lily, and Sarah, they've all fought each other. I fought Lillian, Alexa, Danya, and Judea, but all when we were like really young. Yeah, we've all.
It makes me sad because that was a good group of girls.
Too, and now we're all
working together, supporting each other.
It's pretty cool how it works out, huh?
That was a good group of girls. And they messed it all up.
I think we all kind of like complete each other like puzzle pieces.
Man.
It kind of brings everyone together, and at the end of the day,
Galvao, you messed all
we
this
all
up.
have the same goals and the same dreams.
Why
so
you
why
messed
not
this up,
pursue them
Galvao?
together?
Why you do this to these girls, Galvao? Look at that. That was a good support system for those ladies. Now it's all gone.
Yeah, those are just.
They all over the place.
Look at that.
They all over the place now. Some of them at AOJ, some of them at Legion, some of them.
This is Sheila. Everyone that comes to the gym, she says hi to.
Some of them stopped training. Some of them stayed at Autos.
That's the only trick she knows. We have to force her to sit down. Sit.
Dang, that's sad, bro.
Maybe she doesn't.
The dog not
Maybe
trained.
She doesn't know any tricks.
Say it in Portuguese.
Push.
Dang. That's the girl.
Only you know if you're giving like your very best, if you're training with a purpose.
I know you guys never believe
like,
anybody.
A lot of people wait until they become black belts to actually like, trying to be professional. It's never too early for you to be responsible. It's never too early for you to be accountable for your actions.
That's Murasaki's girl.
It's never
She looks
too early
strong.
for you to make good choices. You know.
Now we have training in about like 45-ish minutes. We start at 10 and then it goes to like about 1. Yeah, it does get tiring sometimes, you know, depending on how like intense the lifting session was and then how intense the training will be. Usually like Tuesdays and Thursdays, which are the days we lift, are like the hardest days of training. So it'll definitely be pushy, but it also like gives me some peace of mind going into the competition, knowing like if I can do all of this, like the competition shouldn't be as difficult.
Hey, Andre, you late for class? Literally, no, 10 o'clock. I'm late because of you.
Before him, I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
Knocking that girl. Watch out, little girl. Watch out. That's Rolando's
Good
daughter.
morning, player.
Oh, man.
I want to make sure that
Look
you
how
guys
big their program was.
push yourself really hard, okay? Stay focused. Make sure you...
Galvao, man. Team
take care
victim
of our
blamer, yeah.
surroundings.
Galvao messed
All right.
everything up.
Let's go for hand fight. 1, 2, 3.
He messed everything up. He had a good setup over there. Look how big that class was before Worlds. Man,
Today
that's a
I'll
big
push
baller.
them a little bit. We're gonna do like some warm up right now, warm up drills, and then after that they're gonna do like some sparring. And then after that at the end I'll put like some guard specific for them.
1, 2, 3,
so they can
Ratos.
sharpen up their guard.
We'll say 1, 2, 3, Ratos. But dang, man, you can mess. All this stuff can go away overnight, man.
It was
Through
very
your
long
decisions.
practices, and now he wants to shorten the practices, and he wants them to be more explosive. He wants us to go 100% in a short amount of time to try to like win the beginning of the fight. Does that make sense? So right now he's telling us be aggressive. One person is forced to pull and try to attack, and then the other person is forced to pass right away. And so it's been great. I love the Worlds Camp. Everybody from all over the world comes here, and the vibes the energy in the room is like crazy.
Everywhere in there is $300. Yes, sir. Yes,
And
ma'am.
it's just amazing. I love like to watch the
$300, everybody,
like
kids,
where it's like
adults.
we sit out one and then we get to watch the black belts train. So it's
You
amazing.
get a discount if you moan in your ear, though. You get a little
Worlds is my
discount.
favorite camp for sure.
That allegedly. I blame Chef Patos. He got me. Actually, Dorothy Slippers got me saying that. Man, he had a good program, man. He messed all that up. Sorry, Sarah. My bad. My bad. Allegedly.
He's been having a lot of
He messed all this up.
Brasileiros. We did really well at Brasileiros. I'm really proud of my performance, but I felt like I was lacking a bit of explosion, especially in my
So no Otto's team at
Super excited. I feel really good. Like I feel like I've really opened up like everywhere. I feel way more well-rounded rather than
Don't open up too much over there,
I
girl.
was like, only a guard
Keep some
player.
stuff closed up.
Like I used to never even sweep or come up
Keep some
just
stuff
because I
closed up
wanted
over
just
there.
to play guard. And so over the years, I've definitely grown as an athlete and as a person. And I think that'll reflect on the mats at Worlds.
Look at Adele over there training.
I always try to help Adele as much as she always helps everyone here. You know, it's not every day that you get to train with an ADCC champ, you know. So I may get beat up.
Double ADCC champion.
Getting beat up at
Weight
the
in absolute.
And I've learned a lot with her, even by getting beat up. Like these little details that make a huge difference. And honestly,
Sarah,
I
you
just
went right
want to
into a
be a good
triangle.
round for her. You know, not trying to win, just trying to.
Sarah need to
not
go
get
train with
submitted,
Helena.
maybe.
Learn some leg lock defense.
There's one thing being technical and having access to really good knowledge, but it's another thing actually.
Things changed.
having
That was 9 months
internal
ago.
drive, having that internal motivation, and it comes
That
from
was
each
9
one of
months
these
ago.
girls
Nobody's
where
there no more
they're
like
coming
that.
in before everybody
Crazy.
else. They're doing extra training. They're doing extra drilling. They're very self-motivated. There's nobody kind of looking over their shoulder, forcing them to do these things.
Sarah
Driven by
Galvao or
their own
Sarah
self-belief,
R2D2
and they're driven
Sarah?
by each other, and that's really, really cool to see. You know, this generation is going to be absolutely dangerous, and by the time that they get their black belts, I'm going to retire because they're terrifying. I know that they look to me for that little bit of motivation, but in reality, I look to them to keep me going and to keep me motivated, so that I can just watch them succeed at all these major events.
This is my mom's belt. I believe it's when she came back in action of the jiu-jitsu after, you know, having me. And Mackenzie Dern gave her this, and I think it's in like traditional Chinese,
Mackenzie.
and it says overcome.
Mackenzie, that's Sarah's girl, Mackenzie. Sarah says she's still stuck inside. Well, I can't help you.
That's what they tell me. And
Who was Groot in the right of the picture?
it means a lot to me, especially like my mom won Worlds with this belt. We were in the same weight division, actually. She was a lightweight in purple and brown. So now, you know, following the footsteps. It's not
Shout
just
out
my
Mackenzie,
dad,
that's,
guys. It's my mom, too. And it means a lot. I tied this belt on my waist when I'm training. I have it on my backpack just so I can remember as well. IBJJF doesn't let me fight with it because on how long it is, but it just kind of gives me the motivation to keep going, you know. And
And
I don't mind the
my
Sarahs. I'm
mom's
gonna put
always
them
there
together.
Too, you know, she's my
Sarah
role
just act
model.
like there's a flying roach at
my
you
supporter, my
anytime
number
you
one
get stuck
fan,
inside.
and well, you know, this.
You gonna make her
it means
crash
a lot
out on
to
the
be
mat, bro.
wearing her belt. It's been a while that the whole team has been reunited like this, especially with such a big team. Camp for Worlds has been so hard, and we have to
who's that tall?
relax sometimes
Who's that
and
tall
enjoy
sister right
life.
there?
Of course,
What's up, girl?
Our life is very focused on jiu-jitsu, but if we don't take time to
that?
appreciate the little things,
With the glasses on?
you know, I think we all go crazy.
I'm gonna order a medium.
You know,
Karaoke
everything $20.
signature
A
with
Danny Chopper, where you
honey
at?
banana,
They're about to spend some Danny
dry
Chopper
full
money.
milk, which is leche niño.
Somebody's
peanut
whispering.
butter crumbs, pasoka, and
That's her?
karaoke
Oh.
granola.
Yeah, who is that? That's $20 right there.
Banana, definitely Nutella all the way through, and then it has to be the dried milk. What do you call it in Portuguese? Lechu. Leche ninho. Yeah, that's the authentic stuff. That's the authentic stuff.
Delicious. Look at that.
Somebody like
Dream Team started off when we all won Brazilian Nationals on our Juvenile 2 year. Someone posted the Golden Girls, and we didn't really like the way it sounded, so we came
She
up with
looked
the
just
Dream
like her
Team.
daddy right there.
Basically, ever since that, we would just like
She looked
use
just
it
like her daddy. That
between
couple
us,
$2.
You know, we would post it
Yeah,
and be like, oh,
San Diego,
this
that's
is the Dream
$25,
Team, and then
you're
put
right.
a little heart, and then we'd comment on each other's
Show me the
posts.
pricing.
And then people started to catch on. It all started off with a dream, and
You gotta pay
now it's
$300
become
to
a
train at
reality,
Atos and then
it's becoming
$25
bigger
for
every
acai.
time. Many girls from around the world text
not her name.
all of us saying like, we
Oh,
want
I
to
don't know
be
her
part
name.
of it, we want to come, we want to be part of the dream team. And you know, we never thought it'd get to this point, but you know, look at all these girls, they're all part of
dream
it,
is over.
and we're happy to be pursuing our dreams together.
I think the dream is over. The dream is ended. That's a random Tuesday, just so you guys know. They got money over there. Random Tuesday. You get free privates if you're a girl. Yeah, we gotta have Galvao moaning in your ear. That's not worth it. Oh yeah. Oh, Group got. She got nutmegged. She got nutmegged. Did you see her get nutmegged? The long legs got nutmegged. Look. She got nutmegged. Oh no, I don't know if I can deal with that girl. She got nutmegged over there.
I used to play soccer. We call it soccer back at home. I used to actually play soccer back in the day. I retired my soccer career for my jiu-jitsu career, so you know I'm not terrible. Anything with a ring, though.
All them girls got a
basketball
girlfriend though.
hoop, No good. No good. This is okay.
All them girls got a girl. I support whatever they want to do. Love whoever you want to love. Even Josiah can love whatever he wants to love, even though it doesn't seem right. Even though whatever he's doing is not right.
You know what? Maybe it's better that we don't play one more game, so nobody
She
leaves
Brazilian
with,
too?
you know, a broken heart. I
Were
don't
they
know.
playing with a volleyball this whole
It's
time?
2-2. Let's keep it that way.
They're playing soccer with a volleyball.
This isn't what we do all the time, but we definitely take this time to,
Dream
you know,
team. No, that
live
dream
a
is
little
over.
out of jiu-jitsu. We're just happy to be doing what we love, and I couldn't ask for a better team. They're honestly my favorite, my ride or die.
She not saying that no more.
We all really look up to each other.
They ain't no ride or die
I think
no
this
more.
was a good moment for all of us before Worlds to remember that we can also have fun and how close we all are.
Man, that's over, man. I hope they had fun that summer. That was the last fun they were having together. That fun's over. That's kind of sad because look how close they were. I'm going big mode. You know, I'm about to can't jump off. They were so close, and to see them kind of fall apart like that, that's pretty sad because we do need more female teams. You know, we need more girls in the sport, and we need the sport to be safe for them to train, kids to train. So yeah, it does make me sad. So we did talk about Cael Sanderson. They're getting ready for the Big Tens. We talked about Mr. Andre Galvao. We just saw the Galvao trade, the Atos Dream Team, the Nightmare Team. It makes me sad covering this stuff, but it's life, man. You know, it's the good. They take the good with the bad. And that's it, man. We're going to jump out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure when LO Snap. I think LO Snap gone for the week. Women got to help balance us out. Yeah, that's why we got Sarah over here. And sometimes Carol. We can't have nice things without help. That's true. We need each other. We need each other. All right, everybody. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to play my song. And I'm going to get out of here. See you tomorrow. Back at it again on the Alec News Network. See ya. Watch out for roaches. Hey. Yep. Yep. Yeah. 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 You know, I'm going to play that a couple times. I'll see you guys. LOL.
Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. Ha! It's the Alec News Network. What? Ha ha ha! Live streaming every week. We got Mush, LOL, Snap, and even CP. Uncovering the news that you don't see. Doing judo and jiu-jitsu is where you'll find me. Traveling the world, meeting these girls, pleading the fifth. You can't cheat this. We might be ran through, but we'll never give up on you. It's the Alec News Network.